Fort Balarian. I always say it. Fort Balarian here within Chult. Chult is an island which is in the north. It's the upper island of Fandriel. Below Fandriel of Kru Krishnu is the orc waiting for the call of the master to launch invasions eastward to Odo, your homeland. The king of your homeland, Odo, has requested anyone capable to solve the death curse, because the king was brought back to life not long ago. And he's begun to age, and his life and his connection between his soul and his body is being slowly torn apart. All knights of the Order of the Fist, or Order of the Gauntlet, have been summoned to answer the call and go to Chult to find out what is causing the death curse. Chef Spore is a goblin who lived beneath the earth for a while with the mushroom people, but he's an excellent man of cuisine and can make great dishes, and he's an excellent fisherman. He's also decent at bargaining and so forth, but he's becoming more talented vendor by the day, finding powerful artifacts, including his staff, which is somewhat can act as a key to some unknown location where lava flows. What's your character's name again? So you're hopping around there.
It's Zen. Is the Northern's the name? Yeah.
Zen, like that. Zen is what is he? Kind of a cutthroat, you think? Like, kind of just a man who's out for coin and adventure. He was brought here to Fort Bazarian by Roka, who is sitting right outside waiting for you to acquire whatever information might be inside to connect these mercenaries from the king, let me take a look here, from the Kyrian dynasty. They are a group of these mercenaries here at the fort. They serve vampires on a continent that is southwest from here, I believe. I haven't made it in Incarnate yet, but there's a bunch of vampire houses out there, powerful and wealthy, and this place seems to be well stocked and well supplied and well armed. And they have asked you for, where is your writ of exploration at, right? You guys have no writ. You defeated a woman here, Zen, in a duel, and then she promised to give you a writ if you defeated it. The writ was supposed to be about 50 gold pieces for the party, which the party's name is called the Curse Crushers. Scratch is a awesome little kobold who carries a bag of junk around. He has a powerful ally in Vorn, which local tribes of goblins worshipped at one time as a statue god. We now know it's a shield guardian, which Scratch wears the medallion around his neck, and Vorn awaits his master outside. It's a powerful ally and one needed in trying times such as this. Why is Scratch in Chult?
He's just looking. He's searching for someone specifically, but he's had no luck so far. He's looking for the elf who taught him, showed him music, and he wants to beat him in a music competition. But his life goal since before meeting that elf, that wandering bard of no name and no place of origin, was to one day become a great dragon.
Am I missing anything, or shall we just pick up? It's 11 a.m. in the morning. What else, Scratch?
We were just going to the inn so we can play some music and get some information.
Awesome.
Yeah, Scratch and I.
This is like an island, secluded, very well built. There is just a small rampart that connects the mainland to this fort. This fort appears to be old, but it's been renovated, and the upkeep is here. The fort is well armed with many guards, but there are civilians here. There is a port in the back where an airship is. Now, sometimes I have boats and things like that out here, and the boats have sails on them. When the sails unfurl, they form the airship. But I kind of don't want to manipulate the models too hard, right, guys? There's a pretty awesome ship in the back here, you can kind of tell. And the tower here, there's like a light post or a lighthouse up here. And the tower goes up very much to an observatory. What do you guys do?
I just look over to Zen. Are you ready? You're muted.
Might have accidentally hit the hotkey. Hell yeah, I'm ready. Let's go play some music in the tavern.
Yeah. Get some gossip.
Let's see how good you are as a backup.
I'll do my part.
I'm just gonna walk in there with my chest puffed out, acting like I own the place.
And yeah, then just, as backup, obviously, because he's not as good as Scratch, kind of just follows him.
Everybody's following him. Everybody's now inside. Odo, Order of the White Gauntlet. Did you try to Order of the Gauntlet? Do you try to hide your sigil at all, Odo, or you just kind of hold it out with no fear?
I forget. These guys are like an opposing.
I don't want to be that guy, but they actually already confiscated his weapons for being
Right.
an Order of the Gauntlet.
Right.
So you already lost your greatsword and stuff, right? Did you try to conceal any weapons in here, Odo, or no?
Well, they got my longsword. I believe I have a dagger, but that doesn't do anything.
Chef
Did they
still
let
has
you
a
keep your
staff.
shield?
No.
No, that sucks.
So, I guess I have my sigil on my, what's those things called over your armor?
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
So I guess I should conceal it.
Yeah, so you try to conceal it a little bit?
Maybe I should put another robe on or something.
Okay. You guys walk into the tavern. It's actually not very busy in here. There is a woman, though. This place, as you pass by, the shingle to it is that of a white stag. And you see this script writing on below the door. It says the White Heart.
The White Heart.
The raucous shouts and jeers you've come associated with taverns are nowhere to be heard here. You step inside, worried that they may be closed, but no, the room is actually just quite. It's just quiet. Most of the tables are unoccupied, and the barkeep slinks from around the tavern. Her shoes not really making a sound. What do you guys do?
Oh, this place is sad.
Just living it up some, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mom, can we have a word?
Yes.
We noticed that this place is quite dead. It's dead. Yeah. Where is everybody? Is this like a night place or?
I can't hear you. Come closer.
Oh, okay.
You kind of like walk closer
Okay,
to the barkeep, and she like leans over to you because you get up on the stool, like you stand up on the stool maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fall. Be careful.
I have impeccable balance.
She says, "Well, the swordsmen are out hunting the ghouls south, and the rest are usually out at sea during the day."
So this place is just dead during the day? You only get people at night?
For the most part, yes.
Oh,
That's a boring tavern.
okay. Do you want us to play some music for you tonight?
Of course. How much?
Okay.
What is your fee?
Oh, I was never asked that before. I usually just take whatever people throw at me. Sometimes it's food. Sometimes I even get a few copper and silver.
But yes, Scratch actually here is a master musician.
What?
Usually we
Oh.
don't take fees, but that's because, we're just trying to be friendly, get our name out there. But if you do want to charge, if we do have the opportunity to charge, we take, let's say, 1 gold, 2 gold for each person who wants to listen. Each request.
Each
Because
request
Scratch
is a
is
goal
really a
or
master.
a goal for the evening.
For the evening, and if you have a special request, it's 5 silver. I just look over to Zen for approval. Like I'm really confused.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. I just give him a thumbs up and nod.
Okay, is that agreeable, ma'am?
That sounds agreeable.
Okay.
Come by later, and when you finish your routine, I will pay you.
Yes, ma'am.
Great.
Thank you.
What brings you to the fort?
We're just here to play music, right, Scratch?
I mean, yeah, I was trying to go find some inspiration, and the best way to do it is to throw myself into extremely dangerous situations at all times. Yeah.
Apparently, some of the guard came back from the southeast. They were all getting drunk the other night. They pillaged a place called Misro.
Misro. Where's that?
Like, do you have some type of map? They're pretty rare around here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm just gonna reach into my backpack and pull out a obscenely long map, and it's just the entire map of Jolt. There you go.
He says this is more complete than some of the others I've seen. I see where you've put in some of the markers at. This is interesting. And she
Oh
says,
yeah, I've been all over.
she points out like a spot to the east. She says, I think the soldier says they were going this way. And this is where Misro was. She marks Misro on the map. It should already be there on the map, though. You guys want me to link the map again to you?
Let me.
Yeah, I got
check.
it.
I see Mesro. Yeah.
It's not in the map market.
It's not a marking, but it is like a part of the actual map itself. Like it's a was a square. It's a ruin.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Do you think we should go check that out at some point? Should we tell the others, or is this kind of like not our business? I'm saying this to Zen.
So, ma'am, what are they doing there? So, are they just pillaging the ruins, getting whatever they can, or is there something specific they're looking for? Is there like,
Well, what information do you know?
they're probably less than you. That's why I'm asking, ma'am.
My kind of work, I trade in information.
Oh, I just kind of jump up off my stool and grab him by the shoulder and bring his head down to my head.
Oh.
Okay, what she's trying to say is that we need to trade information.
Oh, trade information.
Yeah,
do we
yeah.
have valuable information?
Define valuable.
Ma'am, what do you consider valuable information? Just ask her directly.
You want names? I got names. I got a whole list of names. Not for any particular reason.
Well, this damn death curse is causing so much problems. And it seems like the soldiers have gotten no leads lately. Do you know of any leads, maybe, for where they could go next? It'd be worth a fortune to the commander.
I remember! The stupid staff thing that we were trying to sell, but the stupid shot what it was! Apparently it's some kind of key, and we're thinking it could be the key to solving the death curse. We just gotta find whatever it unlocks, which we're in the process of doing right now.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes.
So, what do you want to know now?
Right?
Go ahead and ask your question.
You're putting me on the spot here. What's valuable information we need?
I don't know. You wanted to ask her a question. Ask her.
Have you
just-
heard anything about pirates in here? Anything interesting?
Oh, that's a good question.
She leans over and she says, sometimes one of the captains comes by. He has got a lot of jewelry on, and he has a saber with a hilt. You can't miss it. He has a large jewel in it. I think I think they're working with the pirates.
You wouldn't happen to know his name, would you?
She holds out her hand.
I high five it.
She's like, no.
Wait, my bad.
I just shuffle around my pockets with a bunch of jingling noises until eventually I hear the metal jingle.
Here we go.
And I'll put 3 gold in her hand.
She hands you back 1 gold. She says, you can still keep the commission on any requests you get tonight, though.
Thank you.
But she takes 2 gold from you, right?
Yeah, I deducted 2 gold.
I don't know his name exactly, but I think he's from Bagrax.
Bagrax.
From the southern lands. You can't miss him. His skin is tanned, he's fat, he's bald, and he has a large scar across his left cheek.
Left face cheek or butt cheek?
This cheek right here.
Something's
Okay.
Yes.
Left cheek. Okay.
He
I
starts
think that's
to,
enough to go off on.
he tries to
Yeah,
remember a little bit more, like maybe a name of someone like maybe that mentioned her. I rolled D20. Can't quite. Some of the sailors were talking about it. Maybe you come by later and ask them.
Sure, there's gonna be plenty of people here tonight thanks to our wonderful music. I'm gonna bring you a lot of business tonight. Don't you worry, ma'am.
We are. I thought.
Huh? Oh, no, you're totally helping. I'm sorry, I'm used to working alone. I don't usually have any backups. So, I'm sorry.
We'll make this great. We'll be a great duo.
Yeah! It'd be great!
Alright.
As far as that key is concerned, you could probably sell it to the Commander Port here. She's in the big She's in the building over here. She points out to the big the big building right here, right?
Okay.
So, what do you say, Scratch? Should we inform the others? It would be hard to convince Chef to, to get rid of the staff.
Who said anything about convincing him?
They're with you. From what I understand, like Odo and Chef are with you in the bar. I'm assuming everybody is together unless they've separated and gone somewhere else.
Oh.
You should ask somebody if you want to sell something that may be important. And if you try to steal it, I will put you into the
When have you been here?
When did you get here?
Oh, I've been in the kitchen for a while.
What?
How did you get in the kitchen?
The kitchen's in front of us!
How did I beat you? I'm everywhere. I'm anywhere.
Yeah. And then kind of leans over to Scratch. I'll just steal it from him later.
Okay. I will condone this act. It is for the greater good. Yes.
Listen, this can be very important. I've been told that it's for something important. We do not want to sell something that is important.
Sure, it's important, but it could be more important for someone else who's actually capable of doing something with it.
Well, we're here to end the death curse, and this is the closest thing to the death curse. And the guy who had the brain staff talked about the guy who is, part of the whole problem. But I mean, don't pay attention.
That's fair, but a devil could use a fork to spread butter on his toast, but that doesn't mean that fork is holding souls.
If you try to do anything funny, I cast entanglement to wrap the staff wrap the staff with like vines to make sure no one can take it. If you try anything stupid, I will try and feed you to the fishes, the very scary ones, piranhas. Go down.
You're weird.
Hey,
Don't worry, you
Hello.
won't even notice it's gone.
you would get a disadvantage because it's now entangled.
Entanglement isn't a permanent spell, though.
I'll just
But
steal it
it
when
trust you guys.
wears up.
Again, it can
I'll just turn back towards Zen and I'll just pat him on the shoulder.
You do what you need to do. And I, along with your help, I'm gonna bring some life back into this place.
Scratch, we got this. And I got the staff.
Yeah,
Not yet, but I will get it.
yeah. Alright, so everybody, what are we doing?
We should maybe talk to the port master, for the writ.
It wouldn't be a bad idea, yeah. We should probably go ahead and get that done.
I don't want to be, kept
Let's
prisoner.
go get our writ!
Scratch wants to go
Yeah.
get the writ.
Yes.
What does Odo and Chef want to do?
Say we get the writ.
Chef?
He'll keep an eye on those two since he knows that they're trying to plot against him.
Now, do you have the staff with you?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you would try to cast Entangle or something on it.
Hey, I'm making sure they cannot steal it from you. You cannot. That's so fucking
He's like,
rude.
you see Chef like grips it a little tighter. It allows him to kind of control weather. It's called the Rain Stick of Mambala, Zen. On the bottom of it, Zen, what type of languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Elfish, and Thieves' Cant.
It has a strange written language. You recognize it as Dwarven, but you can't read it. But it's on near the bottom of the staff.
Okay.
And it's kind of like has a metal tip to the bottom. And it's kind of strange, right? It's capped. So it could be maybe a key or something. So there could be some truth to what's saying this. Were you there when they went to the temple, Zen? Before we left?
I wasn't.
He was not.
I joined when they were in town, and then we set out to here.
Okay, cool. We had...
Yeah, I was gonna sell the staff, but the problem is it's a key, and if we sell the thing, and then we have to go all the way back to buy the thing, and then we just waste all the time, just go back and forth, and then I
mean,
become the crazy person.
you are assuming that we are the most qualified to do this.
We might
That's
go
all
through
I'm
a couple PCs, but I'm pretty sure this is important.
No, we don't know.
You only want to sell it because you know the price tag of it. That's pretty much it. If you do not know the price tag of it, you know it was
That-
cool.
I always sell items that are of no or little use. It's not specifically because of the tag. The tag is definitely convincing, very convincing. But I mean,
Well, Zen is in for the money, so
Again, I would have sold it if it wasn't a key. It has some importance to it. And I'm not going to try to go all the way back to where we sell it and then go like, oh,
I
hey,
don't know, bro. I don't think any of us are locksmiths.
I love how you think I'm fucking crazy, and then all of a sudden, it's like sections later, you're like, oh my god, the crazy person was right.
Not calling you crazy. I'm just saying somebody else might be more qualified to fix this than us.
oh, I'm not even looking for that. I'm just trying
And
to
you
make...
know, if Chef Spore fucking sells it over there, Chef Spore will be fucking dead in Fort Norzar. Hell no, I'm not gonna get Chef Spore killed over my dead body.
Chef Spore is not dying over my what?
You're not selling it in this
That was
area.
fun.
The only area that will sell it important is the port to the head guy, because I do not want Chef to die.
He's gonna kill you, probably.
Or you think he's gonna kill us for the staff? For the key?
We come up to the main gates of like this area here. Why are you here?
Please.
You have keys?
Keys?
What did you say?
I want Rit!
On whose order?
What was her name? Adisa. No, that's not her name.
Pretty lady's order.
Was it Gruta?
Sergeant Gruta?
Was that? Yes, that was her name.
Right this way. They let you
Thank
in.
you.
They escort you in. I put out your models. Like, we're in this kind of throne area, like this kind of nice little pavilion, very Mediterranean. You look out to the sea to the south, you see a few other boats that are just seafaring boats, and another boat which is an airship powered by a magical Arcadium. Something like that's built by gnomes to inflate the balloons for hot air. A large galleon ship. They let you into sort of this Mediterranean-style building. Razors are lit up to it. Fauna is put on the outside of it. It's very decorative. There's also awnings and places where people can enjoy the sea if they wish. And you come in, and there's guards kind of everywhere. There's also like a ballista over here. And there's adjacent to it, there's a large lighthouse, which scales up, but not even as tall as the structure itself. The structure itself
is pretty.
The structure itself is quite old, but it's been well kept and maintained ever since the guys have come here. They have some of the symbols of the Kyrian dynasty around. This is what the symbol sort of looks like of the Kyrian dynasty. It is a...
What kind of Kyrian dynasty is what exactly?
They are...
It's vampires.
Yes, they're vampire kingdoms composed of many houses that vie for power in Ionius, a continent far away from here. The symbol is that of a bat with 3 fangs, or 3 blades behind it. And the bat has wings, and the head is quite large. You come in, and you see Greta there. As she approaches you within the area. Let's change up just a little bit. There appears to be, like, music being played throughout the chambers. You've returned. Well, if it isn't my
Hey there,
equal.
beautiful.
She puts her sword, into her holster, and you see as she approaches you, you hear the clanging of her armor a little bit. She says, "Where did you learn your skills? Your swordcraft?"
Just out in the streets. You know how we do there, and then just trying to look cool, trying to flirt with her.
On the
I just kind of
streets.
kick you in the shin.
Where did you learn your skills, sexy?
Shut up! Are your wounds okay now, ma'am?
I learned them at Castle Drakenhof. I did not learn them in some street like some peasant.
Peasant.
I wouldn't call myself a peasant. I just live very, I'm just very modest.
She looks at your jewelry. Do you have any jewelry on you?
I actually don't. I'm completely covered in like my coat and my armor, and even my face is not showing.
My entire head is covered in golden chains and bands.
Yeah, just like as I imagine it, like as Scratch walks around, just shit falls out of his bag.
Yeah,
Right,
basically.
You just hear like
Like a
clanging,
trail.
like a trail of just junk.
hmm I mean, it's occasionally like a piece of scrap metal or a rock, but
And she says, "Well, here's your writ. Make sure that our guard do not catch you wandering and exploring around the eastern part of Chult without it." She hands you a writ of exploration.
I snatched that and add it to Scratch's big bag of loot. Okay.
Awesome. She looks over at.
Can we go back and get my weapons?
She looks over at Odo. Why did they take your weapons, Knight?
Because they didn't trust me with them.
And why is that?
You'll have to ask them.
Shall I?
I
You
do
wish to have
know.
them summoned here? You do not want to have a knight disrespected. Where's your coat of arms? Remember you disguised yourself to a certain degree?
Yep.
Where's your coat of arms, knight?
Under my clothing. I can't lie.
Well, what are they? Let me
Right.
see them.
Whoosh.
You open it up a little bit, and you kind of just like
Yeah.
try to pull out the tunic beneath the armor a little bit, and there's just like
Yeah.
the top part of the fist, shows out of the armor a little bit. She says, "Out of the gauntlet." And is the king dying? And that's a pity.
Hmm?
She says, "Is the king dying?"
Hmm.
That's a pity.
So we're here to solve the mystery of the death curse, just like you. So
Now, do you have any leads?
I just
Um,
I sneer at Chef's War.
Hi. What's up? Oh yeah, we have some leads. This lovely range staff of ours. The thing that we thought was completely worthless. Point to scratch. It's the key for some type of thing.
What?
And we're sort of curious about, well, you can describe your vision, but we're curious about an area that has lava and has like totems.
The only volcanoes
Has like a-
are in the southwest of Chol, from my understanding. Let me see that staff.
Sure.
He takes the staff and looks at it.
Whenever he's handing over the staff, I'd like to cast Minor Illusion to make it sound like he's farting. Just a loud, wet fart.
She says, "Excuse me." As Chef sounds like he makes a giant fart.
You're not funny.
Did you cook a lot?
Hilarious.
Did you cook a lot of food this morning by chance?
I did, but it was most likely the one who's giggling about the incident.
Oh, he's a chef, so he always tries some new food, and sometimes it just happens.
Do you mind
He
if I,
has some bad beans.
do you mind if I confiscate this staff to determine its purpose?
I would sadly have to go along with you because I would be most likely hunted by the people from Norodaro, and I do not want to die.
You've shown this to
I would
some
have
of
to
the
come with
princes,
you.
have you?
I showed it to one of the princes, and they pretty much told me to bring a guide. And if I didn't bring a guide, I'm pretty sure that they'll want my little goblin head off on a silver platter. So I need to come with you because I value my life.
Well, this
Oh,
one's-
if you don't mind, I'll come with you as well. Then still trying to flirt with her, trying to get.
She seems
Good
like
side.
kind of unimpressed. She's like, "I thought you were the guide." She like kind of looks at you a little bit.
Oh, me? No, we just met, and I'm
He
just.
is our resident communications expert. Yes, he helped us find some contacts.
Exactly. I know my way around. I know some people know me. And I thought I might get to know you. You might get to know me.
Yeah, without him, we would never have found this place because without his contact, we'd still be lost.
I just give a thumbs up.
Make a persuasion roll, Zen, as you try to flirt with her a little bit.
All right.
Quick question. No, I couldn't. I mean, I was trying to give him the help action by being his wingman, but I don't have full proficiency in persuasion, so I don't think he'll let me do it.
Almost.
Oh, he don't need it.
He's
Oh
like,
no, that was.
he's like, interesting. She says, "What do you know about this staff?" She comes up to you, Zen. She still has the staff in her hand.
Do I know anything about the staff?
You tell
You
me.
know it's a key.
I
know
mean,
this is a key.
I know it's valuable and it's a key, and it's very valuable actually. I myself don't know really much about the staff, but I might know someone who knows about the staff.
Hmm.
No, I know people here and there. That's why I'm trying to get to know you.
She hands the staff back to Zen. And she starts to like think a little bit, and she's like,
Wait, hands back to Zen. You mean Chef,
You-
right?
No.
No.
She
Zen.
goes back to Zen.
Mission accomplished.
Because Zen is kind of flirting with her a little bit. And she says, if this truly is a key, then maybe you should take some of our god with you to the volcanoes and to the south to see where this key opens and goes to.
We can have protection? Actual bona fide protection? Yes!
How about I take you on a night stroll to the volcano with me? You know, just us two.
I actually would advise that. That's kind of not nice to walk around at night. There's a lot of big, scary things that want to eat you. Not that I know.
Make a persuasion roll, Zen, as you want Retta to come with you.
All right.
Rolling
Not
pretty
bad,
good.
Not bad.
He says, I'll speak to my commander. Wait here for... I will speak to you on sunset. Come back here, and I will give you my answer. Are you interested in
Now
this
Chef will
proposal,
look at
though?
Zen and be like, "Can I have the range staff, please? Because most likely my life is on the line. If I do not give it to the fucking king."
Can we like promise you that we'll stand by your
No,
side if someone
no,
tries to hurt you?
No, I do not trust humans. I do not trust elves. I trust no one. I am going to bring it back to the king because I do not want to be hunted down for the rest of my life.
What king?
Remember, we brought it to the Merchant King.
And the prince, you moron!
Whatever his name is. I do not trust you too. My life is on the line over this stupid stick. So give it back to me.
You know, Chef, you kind of handed it to me, so and I'm kind of, the advisor here, and I'm being entrusted with it. So, you don't worry about it. I'll keep
Okay,
it.
I need you to do a strength saving throw, please.
She says that you're going to start casting magic. She's kind of walking away. She says to you, basically, as you guys start kind of bickering and arguing, she says, well, I'm sorry, you guys are doing your thing. So Chef wants you to make a strength saving throw.
Yeah, I'm rolling a strength saving throw.
Ew.
Awful.
A bunch of vines come around you, and now you are entangled. Now will you listen to me?
She backs away as vines start to come up around you. Zen.
What are you doing? We're in a public area, you idiot!
I'm still not
Well,
giving
my
you the
life is on
staff.
the line, and I would like my staff back, please.
You're not gonna die!
I am not gonna risk my life if you two are gonna sell it out somewhere else. No offense,
not
but I
gonna
trust you
sell
two.
it!
We're selling it. I'm just.
Now give it back, and I'll drop the spell.
How about you drop the spell, and
No,
then
you
I'll.
first give me the staff, and I'll drop the spell.
I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna walk up to step myself in between them.
You need to calm down! We're just pranking on you!
You do not prank the chef. Now give me back the staff. To show it's not.
I'm kind of not. You haven't really persuaded me to give you the staff back. I'm not convinced that you can keep it safe. I mean, you're a small goblin. I know you're strong, but
I could cast you on fire. Don't play with me.
You're really willing to kill us.
If it's my life or your two, my life outweighs.
You're
Now
not
give
gonna
me back
get
the staff
hurt!
and stop playing this game.
I mean, no one will find you here, right? The princes or whatever you were talking about, they don't know that I have the staff right now, do they?
But they know I have the staff. If I come back into the town without the staff, they're going to want my head on a silver platter.
Oh,
So give me
you'll
the
get
staff.
it. You'll get
I
it
promise
back.
you
Don't
too. If you
worry.
want to sell it, you have all the gold. Okay, I don't care about the gold. I care about my life. That's it.
You
Just
don't. You
get
don't.
this psychopath the stupid stick. He's genuinely going to try to kill you.
All right, and then Zen just throws him the staff.
Thank you. He uncasts his entanglement.
Thank you.
No offense, but I was not gonna lose Chef Floor to fucking the princess. Fuck no.
No,
They
that's
weren't
fine.
going to kill you. They never said they were.
Yes.
They're just
But
making a massive assumption.
Humans will just easily kill goblins for the smallest fucking thing.
You got the staff back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you get the staff back.
I'm just
We haven't
walking.
killed you yet.
I'm just turning over to face Zen. I'm just kind of like patting him down, getting all the spiky thorns off of him that he just got stuck with.
You okay?
Oh, yeah. No, just some vines. Nothing. It's just plants. Don't worry.
I think we should go. Someone needs to cool off.
I just
Yeah,
grab your hand and I begin to walk out.
Hey, this is what happens when you play a monster race, and you know people most easily kill monster races without a second thought.
You guys all walk out. She's just kind of like stunned a little bit by what's going on as you guys kind of break away. I'm gonna say Zin and Scratch move out by like the bay area here. Just kind of like
Yeah, Zen
the-
just
the
kind of
cat's
looks
so
back
bright.
and winks at her as he walks out.
She kind of just like looks at you like doesn't really acknowledge you, but she gives you like a look a little bit like she's seen the danger, but she's seen kind of how much of a pussy you are too. Right?
Damn it!
So
I shouldn't have given the staff back.
exactly. What do you want to say? Do you want to say anything, Odo, or where are you going? What do you want to do, Odo?
I'm following with them. I just am sitting here rolling my eyes while they're doing their fighting.
You're out by here. She says to you, Chef, she says, that staff, if it's as powerful as you think it is, it must have a key to something very valuable. Maybe it does hold an answer to the death curse. I suggest you take some men and, after seeing your bravery, I will accompany you if you wish. I will try to encourage the commander to let me go with you if you wish.
You know, more hands the better, but you know, be safe, be smart. You know, you are a human, right?
I am somewhat of a human, yes.
Well, you know, luckily, you know, I have a lovely human who can preach for me. You know, that's why I cook for my party. You know, so people can trust me and say that I'm a good goblin and not an evil one. Only reason why I fed up humans is so I am quote unquote good to the society.
Yes, you are a little crazy. She like kind of walks away. Crazy, and she turns back before she leaves. Crazy and brave. I like that. And she walks away. The other guard says, "You can go now."
Although I have a question for entanglement when you use it in combat. Does that person have to do another strength saving throw to get out of it?
We're just kind of role playing it, buddy. It's not that hardcore. We're not rolling initiative or anything.
No. I'm just acting for combat.
Unless you
I never
actually
use
want
it
to
for-
fight.
I have never used that spell for combat. I have only used it for like silly shit.
It's a control spell. I mean, it does an AoE, and it does. It's a concentration spell that lasts a minute that can restrain your target, just like what you did.
And everyone gets advantage because haha.
Yeah, exactly.
Restraint.
The guard escorts Chef out as you guys are kind of down by the dock. I'm gonna just. He's coming down the stairs, but do you guys want to say anything before he comes out?
I actually had to ask you a question real quick.
Mhm.
Was Willow coming back? Or
Yes.
is she just... Yeah. okay,
probably
just
in
wanna
a
make sure.
couple weeks.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. I gave her a pretty valuable potion. I just want to make sure I didn't throw that away. All right.
Y'all know he's really like, right?
I mean, I guess you.
I'm not that experienced, but I mean, I travel a lot, you know? I see a lot of people. He had the look that he was actually going to kill you. Hey!
You know,
Yeah, I
shit
mean-
talking about the person who feeds you is not the most wisest idea,
You
right?
don't feed me!
Yeah, I haven't fed you for the last couple days to teach you a lesson. I will
You
not
don't
feed
have
you
any
until you
power over me!
apologize.
I will never do that.
Then you'll starve to death. Then,
I have
then,
my own food!
then I will feed you as long as you treat me with respect. If you don't treat me with respect, I will also starve you to death.
I just point both my arms towards him.
You were going to kill him over a stick! With respect!
I mean,
Well, I have to show him that A, I value my life,
Shut up!
and B,
We don't have to talk to you! We're going away so you can calm down! Totally not me! Okay,
I was
Bye,
just
bye.
holding back. I was not gonna kill you, so you know that's why I gave in. I didn't want to have to kill you. That's why you got the staff back. Just letting you know.
again, no offense, I just don't trust humans, especially when you show humans something archaeological, you know. You don't trust humans, you know.
You clearly don't trust
fine.
anyone.
It's
No.
fine.
That's why I'm a chef. Chefs don't
That's a
trust anyone.
Bad quality.
Korea.
That's not a compliment. Let's go.
As
We gotta go
Scratch
kill
and
some
Jeff
people
are
that we
kind
can
of
play.
bickering, Zen goes to Otto. Are they always like this?
Sadly, yes.
How do you manage? Like, how do you just ignore that or?
I roll with it.
The two characters who always clash.
All right. I guess then that's how we'll handle it. In the future.
Odo, who has the highest perception roll between Chef, Zen, and Scratch?
Me.
Scratch?
I have a
Um,
plus
I-
7.
I have
I have
a
a +9.
perception.
Yeah.
+7.
Odo's
an
just been kind of
expertise in
standing
perception.
around, like looking around. He's just trying to make sure nobody's going to get at him. You've heard that vampires are pretty dangerous people, you know, but
Right.
you've never really encountered them, Odo, a part of your order. They come from a land far away from you, but you've heard of their power and ferocity, and they're nothing to be trifled with. So you're kind of on edge. Make a perception roll. Scratch and Odo, we'll say the DC is 17.
Well, second roll's a 10, so here we go.
What did you roll, Odo?
That's a dirty 20.
A perception.
Damn.
Alright.
Oh. I thought you actually got it at 20. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
No, dirty. I
I rolled an 11.
And Scratch, you're kind of like talking with him, but Scratch is like kind of always like jittering around like some of those like kind of crazy mutts and dogs. You know, he's kind of a crazy little kobold. And he kind of spots off on the horizon a ship that's flying. It's far away, but you see it's flying into the fort, or coming to the fort.
I just say under my breath,
Tell that quiet.
Where do you guys
Are you
go?
acquired? What did you acquire?
I acquired our next patrons.
I say as I point over toward the airship is coming in.
Oh, should we go to port and check it out? Check what's coming out there, going in.
Sure! Like we can advertise ourselves. Yeah. That's something that famous people do, I think.
I don't think that's what they do. They just advertise by existing, I think. But yeah,
Right.
yeah. Let's go there.
Okay.
As they're kind of now, I guess, walking towards wherever that ship is gonna dock.
Sir Odo? Sir Odo, sir?
Yeah.
Could you watch over, Chef Spar, please?
Sure.
We're gonna be gone for a while, so okay, thank you.
Where are you going?
We're going to the docks, so we can go try to scrounge up some customers tonight. More people we get, the more money we make, and the more information we can get.
And
Please
yeah,
do not end up getting yourselves killed.
Right.
Again.
Oh, like you were. Don't try to get ourselves killed. You mean like you were gonna do to us 5 minutes ago? Okay.
I was only using vines. I wasn't going to crumble the
You
world.
no, those
literally
vines are
just said that
spiky,
you were
right?
going to kill us.
No, I did not. I
you
explained
did.
why I used the vine spell was to protect my hide because humans are
My
completely
and your
interested.
exact words were, "You're really going to kill us over the stick," and you said, "My life or yours." Those were your words.
And you
Now
thought
go-
it was a funny prank. Your words, not mine.
Go cook something or whatever.
Odo, you've probably sat in judgment of like people before as a paladin, right? Saying if
Right.
people are sinners or so forth. What is Odo's judgment in this particular situation? How does he perceive it? What does Odo want to say?
The tomfoolery must end.
Clearly, because lives are on the line, apparently.
Right. Need to advance to conquer the death curse.
I believe you. Unlike him.
Odo, what do you
Unlike
think
him.
about what do you think about Greta's offer then? About maybe taking a few men and herself southwest to the volcanoes.
Well, I don't trust the vampire.
Oh, I totally forgot. That they were gonna come with us. I was only thinking about no, our hot Buddha over there. But no, you might not trust vampires, but they're at least they're hot, aren't they? What do you say, Brad? Chef, you have 20 kids, right?
Well, I know nothing about vampires, but if they're like the mushroom zombies, as long as they're not like, as long as they obey and don't try to hurt us, I'm fine. But if they try to kill you then, or try to fight you then, I will definitely kill the vampires for you. Crash, I don't give a fuck. Odo, if they try to do the same thing, I'll protect you. Scratch, I don't give a fuck.
Don't
well,
worry
If
about
you
that.
have,
you.
hold on. I think he's having a seizure. He said the same thing twice within 10 seconds.
You're not relevant, Scratch. And
Oh, you mean like you're cooking?
okay, no more nuggies for you.
You already don't feed me anymore. That's not a threat. That's just repetition.
These characters.
And Reinhardt, wait, is that it?
Is that the centaur's name?
Rona, Roan, you. If a vampire tries to bite you, I'll kill the vampire. So all you are safe, except one person.
I don't need your protection, you stupid chef wizard.
If she wants to bite me, you can, I might be kind of into that thing, so that's really fine. You can kill her.
Hey, yo.
She might be biting me in a totally different kind of sense that you guys are thinking about, but yeah.
You guys are
I don't want
just
to know your human mating rituals. Goblin mating rituals is already kinky enough for me, but like human mating rituals, no. I'm already a pretty kinky goblin.
The
These were words I did not have to know.
the sea breeze comes
And now
off.
I do.
The sea breeze comes off the port, and Zen and Odo, you see the ship that's finally coming in. Airships travel with very good speed. This is kind of the idea. You guys wanted to figure out where the pirates were at. We don't know where the pirates are docked at, and the merchant princes of Schult are offering a hefty reward for any pirates, dead or alive, really, especially the pirate captains, right, who are raiding and preventing ease of use to the south, right, through their pirate ships. This was kind of one of the ideas because you guys were tired of like moving through the large jungles of Schult, right? You wanted to basically get on one of the airships, be able to travel south with ease. The pirate ship is coming in. It's got a pirate flag on it.
I knew it.
It's about 5 minutes away from being
That's-
docking and everything like that.
Something we should check out. Let's head to the docking station, guys, before, we...
And maybe we could, if we have to fight the pirates, keep them alive for information.
Maybe we should get my weapons.
That would be a good idea. I'm with Mr. Serrato.
Be a good idea.
Wait, Odo, you can borrow my scimitar. I have one. Don't worry about it. I got my friend.
Did he just say scimitar?
Yeah, I have a scimitar.
It's scimitar! There's no K sound!
Scimitar.
Okay, yeah, he's insane.
Okay, it's like tomato and tomato, okay?
No one says scimitar.
It drives people insane, okay? It's like tomato tomato, okay? I love saying scimitar because it drives people nuts.
Okay, but in genuine conversation, have you ever heard someone say tomato? Genuinely.
No,
Not as
but
a
I
joke.
have seen
Okay.
it in memes, so I was like, you know what, fucking scimitar. I've heard scimitar like once in my life,
Oh my god.
and that's like that. Ever since then, I'm like,
Alright.
yeah,
Alright.
I know scimitar.
That's
but
how you
for somebody
pronounce it.
saying Scimitar.
That's how you pronounce it. Alright.
Hey, it's like the word idea. Idea is a very Boston thing because I can't say idea correctly.
You sure?
Yeah,
Because you
people
just
say I
said
say
idea.
idea incorrectly.
Let's say you said idea.
We know what you're saying, so you said idea. I didn't realize there's a way to say idea wrong. Hold on. What?
Idea.
Oh, well, I say
idea.
I say idea too, but that's a southern thing.
We're all going crazy.
To the docks!
Yeah.
To the docks.
To the
The
dock.
ship begins to dock in, and you see like a bunch of scruff individuals unloading and throwing down the ropes. We're just kind of still in theater of the mind. I mean, I'm going to put your models in a general area just so you kind of get a feeling of where you're at. Right? But we're not like totally interacting with all the models, but if we want to roll initiative, then we'll start moving models and things around it, depending on what's happening. There's still guards and stuff by the port. They probably wouldn't let you through up to the ships, but they'll let you they're like, are you waiting for someone?
Yeah.
Show them the writ of exploration.
Huh?
You can go through. You got it, right? You took it.
Yeah, but that... hello, Mr. Guard, sir.
Yes.
Would a writ of exploration be able to let us go onto the dock, or is that just for going outside the walls?
I said, who are you trying to meet?
Oh, right, them.
I just point towards the obvious pirate vessel.
They look at the pirate vessel. You got a name with them?
Absolutely not. All I was told is that I'm supposed to meet someone with a scruffy beard and an eye patch.
And he's fat.
Oh yeah, that too. Wait, eye patch. No, he just has a giant scar on his left cheek. He's fat, bald. He's from somewhere down south, I think.
He has a saber. The
Oh yeah, he has a really nice saber apparently.
Yes.
You must be speaking about Captain Zurum.
Captain who?
Captain Zoom.
Captain Zurum.
Zurum. Zurum. Captain Zurum.
Yes, that's who we're looking for. Exactly. I just didn't.
You're in luck. Wait right here. He like points to the ship, and this large, rotund man comes off the pirate ship. He comes down, like they have the ramp, and he's like doing it. And as he walks, like these big, hefty steps, are taken. He looks human, and you see the scar on his cheek, on his left cheek as he's coming down, right? And this is what he looks like.
It's not the ass cheek.
Not the old cheek.
That's how you spell it. I spelled it completely wrong. Hold on.
I'm terrible
Let me
with
actually-
names too, so you know me.
Did I?
Zaroom.
Captain Scimitar.
Scimitar.
Al
Captain Scimitar.
Right.
Sariak. Okay. Oh God. Oh my God. What is wrong with his face?
Hey, I made one person say scimitar so far. I'm gonna get this whole party to say
He
scimitar.
he's like walking, he has like a, for lack of a better words, like a first mate next to him, who's like following him around. He comes up to where you guys are at on the docks, and he says, He says, these men say they know who you are. He's like, is that so?
Holy shit, Santa real? Yes!
It really is at his.
There we got the pirate hat.
Is that so?
Yeah! Yeah!
Yes.
He looks out like one of his eyes is like a little cataract. He's like, I don't
Yeah.
remember seeing any of you.
Maybe because you lost the other eye. Maybe you know, it was the other eye that saw us.
Yeah, you were looking at us with the eye that's gone now.
Yeah, and now that it's gone, you kind of don't remember us anymore. 'Cause, you know.
I think you were drunk at the time.
Exactly.
When was this?
Last time you were in port, we met you in the bar, and we bought you like 5 drinks. Remember? I played you some music.
Make a persuasion roll.
Yes, sir.
Who, me
Is
or?
that-
Ooh.
Whoever
Okay,
wants
who
to.
here has proficient? If someone has proficiency in persuasion, I can roll with a +6.
I'm proficient.
I'm not.
Do you want to give me advantage on my roll then?
Sure.
All right.
Odo already rolled, so you don't get advantage. Odo rolls a 16. Then
Oh.
Scratch can
Oh.
roll, and that's it.
All right.
Womp womp.
30-20.
Yeah, well, lately we've been getting all these gold and loot. Yeah. What type of bar?
Wow.
What bar were you thinking about? Where were you playing at?
Oh, I was talking about the White Heart.
Yeah, the inn.
Must have been a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So, anyways, how is your the adventures? You got any good loot?
Oh fuck yeah.
Impressive.
We've been getting a lot of those ships of these adventurers. Always trying to get down like your friend over here. He must became a sellsword. Odo has his emblems covered up.
Yeah.
Yep, Sellsword, that's right. Ain't that right, Mr. Sellsword, sir?
Yeah, it's just right.
Anyways,
Any of you
I
folks,
just wanted to-
any of you folks sailors?
well, I'm not a sailor by trade, but I can do some jobs around the ship. Do you need a deckhand?
What about you, little one? He looks over at Chef.
I know how to fish. I'm the greatest fisher in the world.
He can cook your food.
Everybody needs a
Ah,
good
the
mess
cooking
cook.
is extra.
What about you? Looks over at Zen.
Oh, I'm more the type of guy for entertainment or shady business. So, but if you need help on the ship for like, you know, entertainment, I can definitely provide that.
I just say this kind of hush-hushed.
He can help you find people.
Yeah, yeah. I got some business here, but why don't you guys meet me by the White Hart tonight and we'll get sloshed again? Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually gonna be playing some music tonight too, so it works out.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty cheap. We only charge just 2 gold per, you know, custom request. It's, or you know, if you remember us, we're pretty good, pretty talented, especially Scratch over here, our little buddy.
He looks back to you and starts walking up to the price is too low. He walks up.
We gotta start somewhere.
Oh, as he walks by, is there anything like valuable that I can see on him?
Yeah, he's got the saber on him, which is like has a large gemstone on it. This is the guy. He also has like a lot of other jewelry on him and stuff like that. Like a lot of opulence. Like, I'm trying to think, like, I mean, you have the picture of him, but kind of like Blackbeard on him, right? Got just like a ton of shit on him. Like, he's a real fucking pirate.
Is that like an eye that can be removed, or?
He walks away.
No, I think that's just his eye.
Hell yeah.
He's blind.
Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, it's just his eyes. I think it's cataract. But I
yeah.
like the way you're thinking, Zen. I want to give him a glass eye now. It's great.
There are magical
What?
eye
You feel that?
replacements.
Well, I'm thinking like the guy from the fucking Martin Scorsese movie.
See you tonight, Captain!
Alright, see you
Yeah.
tonight.
He like walks off. What do you guys do?
Ah, what a guy.
You guys see the boat like unloading and unloading cargo and things like that. It seems to be docking and resupplying. And the guards look at you and say, they just kind of like stare at you.
What? I told you we were waiting for him!
Yeah, we know him. We're just gonna go help unload the cargo now.
Get the fuck out of
You
here.
think we should?
The guard says, as it says to Zen.
We have a writ of exploration.
He said that wasn't gonna do anything here. Let's just go. We made our point.
Alright.
I just kind of pat him on the back and gesture him to bend down a little so I can whisper into him.
You got a lot of good energy, kid, but you gotta know when you're going too far. Trust me.
I'll keep it down for the sake of the group then, I guess.
Good. Alright. Let's go play some music tonight. I gotta write some songs.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm not a great songwriter, but I can play the violin.
You guys see the
I'm
guy.
making use of that.
You guys walk back up, through the dock here. Or I guess you actually have to go through the gate here. And the gate probably locks and closes at night, so it's difficult to get to the ship. And you see, you look to the left, though, you catch a glimpse of him, Scratch. You see the guy walking into the palace here.
The captain?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ah, looks like he has some audience.
What do you guys do? I'm going to move you kind of back out into the main square, kind of by where the stuff is at. What do you guys do?
Alright, so we got our game plan for the night. So what do you want to do it to then? We got all day.
Well, I can cook and get some more information that way. Because a chef, I can easily cook and get information for us that way. You can play your music and do your music thingy-mababa. Then, since you're very smart, you could use your cunning wit to help us get information. Odo,
I'll get under the people, I'll get under the crowd.
Odo, since you're always saying the truth, maybe people will like that, and you get us even more information.
Or, we could relax until night comes. Since we've been doing this all day, we've been walking through the jungle.
Yeah, no,
Want to take a nap?
No, I want to write some music.
You want to take a nap?
I would welcome some rest. I mean, we have a pretty long time to bridge, and we gotta be at our best for the night to get information.
Yeah. Well, I am going to go find a lovely place to write my next masterpiece. Gotta make sure it's rowdy. Pirates like rowdy, right? So you can stop your foot too? Yeah, I'll get to it.
Yeah, something.
Scratch, if you end up making people have an orgy, I'm not gonna be shocked.
What's an orgy? What?
That's when multiple people have their pants down.
Okay,
and
stop
have some
talking.
fun.
Stop talking. I'm just gonna walk away from you now. Goodbye.
Let's go to the inn and get some rooms.
You guys go to the
I'll
inn and get
cover
some
us.
room, right?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
cover us. I'll cover for everybody for tonight. 2 rooms, 2 beds each, I reckon.
We'll say the rooms are a gold each.
Sure. 2 gold. How many beds are in each room, actually?
Depends if you want a bed. Each bed is a gold. Each room is a gold. So if you want your own room, you have to pay a full gold. Otherwise, it's half. It's 5 silver or half a gold.
So
Oh, I'm fine with like chilling on the ground. You can have the bed. So
okay, so for everybody, that would be 1 gold then
Yeah,
altogether.
so 3 gold.
3 gold. All right. And done. All right. She now has 3 more gold.
So we are back in the inn. What are we doing? Are we just waiting for the evening for the pirate to show up?
I don't know. So this place looks understaffed and downtrodden. I'm gonna make this place look fresh. I'm gonna go around, prestidigitate the shit out of everything. I'm gonna make some things look prettier. I'm gonna make sure the stand I'm gonna be playing on looks nice and good. I'm gonna put my hat out there just to start, so I don't have to worry about that later. So people can just toss tips in there. I'm getting this place set.
Kind of spending some time getting it set before like 5 p.m. where the sailors are done loading their ships. They come in, they're just looking for a good drink to get sloshed and drunk.
So, what Chef Spore will do is have his nice little sign for his food that says 1 gold for normal quality food and 10 gold for high quality. You get a shade show and everything. Like it says everything that you get for 10 gold, but there's a 1 gold option that you forgot last time. So, and then he starts setting up his whole cooking station. And if you give him information, he'll make it 5 silver.
Okay, cool. So you're kind of just looking for rumors and stuff, and you're looking for people to approach your little stand that you got going.
It's all on the list too. So he has like a nice little list.
So how long how much time do we like bridge over by just doing that?
I'm just going around the table right now, Zen, and this is just something like a freestyle thing for. I'm going to say the pirates show up at 5 p.m. It's around noon right now, so you have about 5 hours of what I would call downtime, where you can kind of just do whatever. Odo said he wanted to get his weapons back.
Right.
So, Odo, do you want to try to sneak to the sentries and get your weapons back and try to steal them?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to try and steal them. Can we get that writ?
Me or Zen will definitely be able to do that. I assume Zen's pretty stealthy.
I am actually plus 11.
Me too.
You want Zen to try to go and steal them for you, Odo?
I just say I need my weapons.
Well, they're by the gate. They say, "Are you staying?
Mm-hmm.
Are you staying? Knight of the order."
Yeah. Well, are we leaving or what?
We are staying for the night. Yeah.
Yeah,
we're staying for the night. Yeah.
What do you do, Odo? Do you want to? They say no. Like you can't have your weapons if you're trying to stay in the city still. You see your
even if I have a writ of exploration.
They like look at each other and kind of laugh. Okay. Yeah, like how like 2 cops kind of laugh at each other as like somebody makes a fucking joke on the side.
While Otto is like talking to the guards, Zen just try to steal him.
Tries to steal him?
Yeah.
Make a stealth roll versus their perception. So how it works is your stealth roll's rolled, I roll 2 perceptions with the guards.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You want to do it?
Yeah, let's go for that.
Okay.
Beautiful.
26. They can't even beat you unless. So even if I roll a natural 20. Oh wait, they do. I do have proficiency in it, but that would only give me a 22 on a natural 20, something like that. Take a look at the modifier. Yeah. So Zen, how do you steal them without, as Odo's kind of distracting them?
Oh yeah, as he's like talking to them, I'm just casually strolling up and then kind of behind them, walking by, really casual, and then just grab him with me as I walk by the weapons.
You recognize his arms and armor because they have the sigil of the gauntlet on them. But there's other weapons there. Like they could easily get lost. You know, like there's lots of other weapons they've taken from people just coming in here. You know, it's also kind of like a lost and found. You know, maybe people go missing, and the weapons just stay there for like a month or something before they just like thrown into the pile, right? You successfully steal them, and Odo, you can add your weapons back to your character sheet. Let's go back to let's go to Chef Spore though. Chef Spore is doing some pretty awesome stuff. Chef Spore has to make a roll of some kind with his cooking utensils, right? Do you have cooking utensils, Chef?
Yes, so I cook with advantage.
Yes, that's correct. Now, do you want to make a roll with that some type, like a survival roll or a natural roll with advantage?
So it could be a survival roll with advantage, and it would, and depending on like it's up to you. Chef Spore can become more famous. Up to you, depending on how the survival roll goes and whatnot.
Yeah, it just depends if you roll like really high, like above a 20 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's make the roll and just see where it goes. The chef is out there
Okay.
cooking up. He's like getting the aromas going out. It's like blending into the sea breeze, and it's starting to overcome the waif of like the cooking. You can start to smell it. He's kind of set it up near the inn, Scratch, and you smell that sweet aroma that chef always cooks up. It starts to permeate into the white heart.
Oh no! This time you're gonna smell cinnamon. As you see Chef Spore grating cinnamon onto some nice bread before he uses great bonfire to cook the bread to make it. You know how like Anne's Pretzels has like just a thing of like this cinnamon on bread to just like have people like come to their like station.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Chef Spore is doing. He's like grating cinnamon on top to like bread and like using great bonfire to make a really enticing smell.
For sure, for sure. And maybe do you want to spend some money on some local spices here?
Sure.
Okay, why don't you spend a gold? Remove a gold from your character sheet, but maybe it'll be a good return on investment, you know?
How about 2 gold?
Okay, well, let's say you roll with advantage, then plus, with an advantage stack plus 2, right? So
Okay.
make your roll now. It takes a couple hours for you to prepare all this, even with the bonfire out there. 26.
28.
One of the guys comes by. We'll determine how much gold you get after this. But, cool. Roll a d4. This is how many rumors you pick up.
1.
Bruh.
So, just one rumor. You hear one rumor that says, Chult has many kings and queens, but none more beautiful than Queen Zelakor. Thousands of warriors killed and died for her, but the memory of her reigns in the garden palace of Nangalore, which lies near the eastern shore of the river of Onglong and north of Lake Ulu. I'll mark it on the map.
What was her name?
I'm going to type it out, because there's like, as you guys can tell, I'm not the greatest with like pronunciation of names and things. Here it is. So
it's sort of like
Chult has many
it's sort of
kings
like
and queens.
comedy stuff.
Hold on here. Chult has many kings and queens, but none more beautiful than Queen Zangalore. Thousands of warriors killed and died for her, but the only memorial of her reign is the garden palace of Nangalore, which lies near the eastern shore of the river Oolong, I think, north of Lake Lu. So let me take a look on my map to see where it kind of is exactly.
Darn, they watched too much college humor and realized the whole rebate thing. Be like, nah, we're not playing the rebate game.
So, you guys see where Lake Lu is there? It's east of the heart of Kai. I think I might have marked that on the map for you guys, on the public map. Take a look here. Yeah, I did. See where the heart of Kai is? I marked on the public map. It's east of there. There's where the river Ongla is. And so there's a lake apparently out there in the jungle. And apparently the ruins are out there. And so it's just a spot on the map, right? Another point of interest if you guys are interested in. Chef, roll really high though. I'm going to have you roll. A D100 plus 20. This is how much gold you get from just people coming by. 41, so you get 61 gold. And this is the greatest night of chef cooking you've done, or the greatest evening. People are coming by, the sailors are eating handfuls of your cinnamon like buns. I'm thinking almost like these things that you buy at the carnival, like the elephant ears. something like that.
That's what I was thinking.
Like very gooey and squishy, but like very sweet. You know, you get some of the spices and sugar to put onto it. You coat it where it like the sugar melts right into the biscuit, and it's like the butter is perfect, you know, with it as well. Um, for a medieval dish, it's like something a king would eat. But it's pretty crazy too, chef, because people are paying you the 10 gold amount. Like a couple of pirates are paying you. They must be incredibly rich, you know, raiding the local ships and getting extremely wealthy from this, right? Put it in perspective, an unskilled laborer makes about 1 to 2 silver a day, and a skilled artisan, I think, makes what we say a gold a day. Scratch, was that? Is that correct?
2 gold a day, yeah.
Yeah, 1 to 2 gold a day, something like that. So you just got paid like an absolute fortune, like a 5-star chef would be paid or something.
So what Chef Spore does for the 10 gold thing is that he'll grab some wet noodles and like shake them around, and then have you ever done thermal cooking before or no?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so where
is that where you use a microwave?
No.
That kind of cooking.
Where it's when you pour liquid nitrogen onto noodles and then you break it and actually makes a cool effect. So what Chef Spore does is that he starts pulling out really hot noodles, starts shaking them, and then with frostbite he breaks them like liquid nitrogen, break them into like little pieces, and then having it land on hot broccoli and it will instantly melt. Sort of like liquid nitrogen, you know, like liquid nitrogen doesn't last that long, so it's like a quick little boom boom. So it's like a little like performance, and then you get like then with like a carrot, he'll like swirl it around like a nice little like swirl.
Yeah, sure.
Swirl.
Okay.
Swirl.
I'm following along.
Can you tell that I studied fine dining?
I can tell that. It's pretty cool.
And then he'll have a little like a little bottle full of like vinaigrette, and then he'll actually does a light glamour, and then he'll with a little bit of with oh my god, with black mushrooms, like with black very fancy mushrooms, he uses a mandolin and like finally slices on top, and then just gives it to them.
Awesome. Yeah, and you make 61 gold from it, so it's a pretty good, you know, just from like general labor. This is incredible. I mean, now you think to yourself, chef, like, if you wanted to, like, you could retire here, as long as the pirates keep bringing the gold in, like 61 gold a night. Then you think to yourself, like, this is kind of like blood money, right? Like, you remember the ship when you were on the mountain? Remember? And you look south, and you guys went north, back to the port, and that ship was kind of forgotten in the jungle. Odo, you have your weapons. Zen, you've successfully got the weapons. What else do you want to do, Zen?
For the rest of the night until our performance starts, I'm just gonna be meditating in the room.
Okay. Scratch, you're just preparing up. You're making like a grand, everything's kind of going great. Ping! Got the little message here. Scratch, you're doing an amazing thing. You're putting out the little flowers, precipitating them out. Do you have like druidcraft or anything like that, or no?
No, just prestidigitation and minor illusion.
Everything is like spick and clean, and like the innkeeper is like just really impressed. She's like, we haven't had like a great bard around here in a while.
While I'm spending that last hour up until 5 working on my song, Zen just hears footsteps getting louder and louder coming towards his door until eventually he hears something try to kick it down, but then like, why'd I do that? And it's just the handle jingling until eventually he grabs it and opens the door, hopping in because he just stubbed his foot into the door.
Zen, come here. I need your help.
Yes, I was trying to rest, but what's up?
You're smart, right?
If you want to call me that, yes, sure.
You know a lot of words?
I can come up with some.
Okay, so I need something that rhymes with orange.
Orange?
Yes.
How about, Morage? Or porridge.
Porridge. No, something else. Come on. I know you can do it. Use that big brain. Use that big human brain. Come on.
Orange. I can't think of anything if you put me on the spot like that.
No! Guess I'll have to use banana. I mean, they're pirates. They're illiterate, right? They won't care. It's not like they're reading it. I'm the only one who's reading it.
Yeah, they won't really know. So yeah.
They'll be drunk. It doesn't matter as long as it's something they can slap their feet to, or whatever it is they do. Alright, thank you.
Alright.
Oh. No, go ahead. I want to hear it.
How about storage?
Storage. It doesn't have the end, but I could use something with storage. Like storing their loot. Yes! It's coming together! I got it! Thank you!
And I can help.
Scamper off. I scamper off, and halfway down the hallway, you just hear a loud thud, and a bunch of shit just spread out across the floor. It's like, God damn it!
And then just in his room, kind of his hand on his face.
But the song, just 10 minutes before 5, is complete.
I'm ready.
But just to warn you, just to warn you, every 10 gold piece is a different high quality cuisine that I know how to make in real life.
Inn starts to get more crowded as the evening starts to get dark and the sun begins to set. I'm getting a little bit of feedback from someone. I don't know who it is. So basically, so someone's got their speaker. I don't know. Is it coming from Chef? I don't know. Not coming from Chef. Is it coming from? I think it's coming from Scratch.
It was me.
I don't know. I'm just.
I don't have
testing
anything
out.
going on. Is it still happening?
Yeah, there's just a little bit of feedback. It's okay. I can just mute you. It's coming through the speaker or into the mic or something. I don't know. It's hard to tell. As the evening goes on, the pirates start to fill into the tavern, and they start to listen to Scratch's music. And Zen, this is you come in now, Zen, or are you still just kind of chilling out in the alleyway?
I'm downstairs now, waiting for it.
And what are you guys doing as the pirates are filling in? They had their fill of like street cuisine from Chef Spore. I imagine like one of those like Michelin star guys that's actually serving the food on the street who like got the Michelin star, out in Southeast Asia. They're having these great like cinnamon buns, plus with all the mushrooms and stuff that Chef and the noodles that Chef was talking about. They're coming up and they're like, "That's the finest damn meal I ever fucking had." Yeah. And they're just coming in, and Odo, you're in there. You have your arms and armors. The guards aren't paying you any mind though. I mean, you got them back, so apparently people are just assuming that you're able to get them back, somehow from the guards. Odo makes a stealth roll. He just doesn't have to roll a real bad low roll to avoid, not being seen by the guards. I'll make a roll with the guards. You have disadvantage on the roll, Odo, because you have plate armor?
Yes, I don't have plate. I have chain, but it looks like I do have a disadvantage now that you mentioned that. So I didn't roll with disadvantage.
Nice to practice that with all you warriors walking around in plate mail. Or plate armor, or heavy armor, setting off all the
doesn't heavy armor master... Wait, no, medium armor master, no.
Is the background noise gone now?
Yeah, I think so. Thank you,
Okay.
Scratch, for fixing that.
No problem.
Now you see how you did. You right-clicked it, Odo, and then you hit roll with disadvantage,
Yep.
right? That kind of helps too. You rolled a 4. That's okay. The guards, I roll really low. It would have to be a pretty high roll. As they alternate posts, you know, and then they rest and things like that. And they're not resting here; they go to the inn or like other places to kind of take shifts, right? So the main fort acts as a barracks too, right? It's well armed. Scratch begins playing tunes, I'm assuming, and just
Yeah,
people are having a
I'm
lively
gonna
time.
be starting off with a bagpipe, a soothing bagpipe solo, and it's gonna be something like they just tap their foot to, and after I get to the apex, I'm just gonna stop, and then I'm just gonna start snapping my finger, and that's gonna be the cue for Zen to jump in, and then we're just gonna do a wicked violin bagpipe duet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to play something that harmonizes with whatever he wrote down there. Kind of making it up on the spot.
They're all kind of trying to chime in with their own little sea shanty here, if you guys can kind of hear it. And they're just kind of, you know, they're just kind of relaxing as they kind of join the party and so forth like that. Everybody's kind of having a great time. They're being well fed, well eaten. You kind of pick up the rumor that they're going to leave in the morning, though.
Okay.
They're just here for the evening.
Are we making any tips or?
Yeah, it's one of those things where you guys get to make the performance roll. Zen and Scratch both make their separate performance rolls, and then we kind of determine. Obviously, the money flows very wealthy through this place. Not only are the vampire princes or the vampire houses rich themselves, but they've made powerful allies with the pirates, or at least they figured out how to steal and spread the wealth around. They're not guys to like take their money and go put it in the bank somewhere. You know, they're going to spend their money out and, you know, have a good time. Scratch kind of rolls sort of semi-low, but not like super low. He rolls above a 15. I'll allow both Zen and Scratch roll a d20. This is how much gold you guys would get for the performance.
Do I have to roll for performance to see if I get more famous as a chef or no?
No, if you're well known now throughout the area, at least the fort. And as the sailors and so forth, as this particular faction begins to travel around, so like you're known.
Oh, we both rolled 5.
Yeah, so you both can get add 5 gold to your character sheet, right? Now, if you think about it, like the staff that Chef has is worth 20,000 gold. This is why people are adventurers, because the amount of money, the risk is high to be an adventurer, but the amount of money that can be made can be like absolutely life-changing. And you look over as Chef is out there, he's got his staff, you know, attached to his back. It like glimmers as the final sunset, it sparkles a little bit, and it's worth maybe more than all of your equipment combined. Right?
Probably, yeah.
It can control the fucking weather, guys.
I'm gonna keep a lookout for Captain.
Captain? You guys, I'm gonna have Odo. What are you doing while you're in there? You're kind of staying low, Odo, in the bar, but
yeah.
What are you trying to do as the pirates are coming in? Or are you trying to do anything, get any information or anything like that?
Just listen.
Just kind of
like,
listen.
Keep my ears open.
Make an investigation roll. The DC is 10.
You got this. Come on.
Been rolling
got
bad.
+1. Come on.
14.
Yes.
So
Yay.
Let me roll one up. Chult was once a playground for the Green Dragon. Her bones marked the location of a hidden treasure trove. If you travel to Mizro and head east across the Laughing Gorge, then south towards Tir Kabal, you might stumble upon the dragon's bones and earn yourself a place in the history book. As one of the sailors kind of tell you. Oh, you got some nice little dishes there. The second picture isn't. Oh, it's like I can't tell. It's like got this little cream thing coming out of it. Oh, that's kind of cool.
It's from fucking Chef Wars or whatever it's called.
Food Wars, yeah.
Food Wars, hilarious.
Yeah, it's an anime.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
The,
food,
the
Food Wars is not
entire
appropriate for children. It's
the
not appropriate for
entire
children.
concept of Food Wars is centered around one word: foodgasm.
And here's the problem: as a molecular food scientist, you can actually do 90% of the stuff that they do in Food Wars in real life.
Yep.
Zen, what are you
just to tell
trying
you,
to do?
Thermal Girl is a thing.
You've kind of done the performance then, but I'm going to allow Zen. He's kind of street smart, figuring out things. Zen, you're just trying to pick up a rumor at all, or what are you trying to do, Zen?
Yeah, I'm just going around and then trying to see if I can listen in or something, or if I know any, like if I recognize anyone who might be in the same sort of, from the underworld kind of.
I'll also add this point of interest of this place where the Green Dragon was at, Odo, on the map too. Okay, it's a little closer than the other one, I think, because it's kind of south of here. It's near Mesro, but I'll add it after the game map.
I've actually been making potential quests based off of those things that you've been talking about.
Well, they are quests. They're zone. They're basically like Skyrim guys, like where they have a little point of interest, and like you go there, and we'll load up the map, kind of thing.
I'll keep track of them, guys. Don't you worry.
Thank you.
Now give me all your money.
Anything I should roll for, like any rumor or something?
I think I already told you guys this one, so I'm gonna roll up another one. There's a giant snapping turtle. It's by the base. It's hard for the ships to leave.
Yeah, we know.
One of them is as big as a house, and he's known as King Tuba. And his shell has
King Tuba. I couldn't remember his.
Yeah, King Tuba.
Tuba.
And his shell has gemstones embedded all over it. We pirates can't kill it though, but we want to. Everybody's kind of
giant fuck off snapping turtle.
And you guys remember when you're in Port Naranzaru that there's apparently a turtle there. Like when you leave Port Naranzaru, even through the airship, like there's a takeoff, right? As you're leaving the safety of the port, there's a giant snapping turtle that lives nearby. Like people like give money to, just to have safe passage out of the port. So if you guys ever did want to like leave Chult and like go throughout the world of Zen, that's totally possible as well. As the world is very interactive, right?
Yo, fuck the death curse. All my homies hate the death curse.
That's kind of all the information we get for the evening, and the pirate captain comes in. He's like, oh, hey, what's that? He's like starting to chant along. He's like fucking slamming his boot down, with the chime. He's just like going right in. He kind of looks at you and he's like, drinks on me, boys. And he starts just like picking up the tab like a true boss. He's just drinking. Everybody's getting drunk and stuff like that. He's getting kind of drunk too. He's like, have you boys tried that cuisine out there? Oh fuck, go get you some. Chef Spore rolls another 2d20 as he starts to like just spread the wealth as he sends the rest of the sailors out to pick up the cuisine.
2d20s?
Yeah. This is the potential gold that Chef could get. But Chef's starting to run
7?
out. Yeah, just 7 gold. It's not enough for you to like go run out of ingredients though, Chef, but you're starting to run like the demand is like way beyond maybe what you expected. Even though you did buy 2 gold worth of ingredients, the milk, eggs, and the butter from the local goats and things that are here. But this has been a great haul for you, Chef. And the chef, the pirate captain knows who you are too, right? So he comes in here. He kind of sits down. He has an ale, and I guess what happens, guys? Do things die down? You want to approach him, or does he just take off?
Well, with Chef Spore, if he's with Chef Spore will actually say a very wise saying.
One of my friendly chef friends told me, if you won't drink it, don't cook with it. He's a very wise man. He was known as Chef Drunk. He was an amazing man. But I follow his saying, if you won't drink it, don't cook with it.
Did you hear about that from Food Wars?
No, my actual chef instructor in real life literally has a saying, if you won't drink it, don't cook with it. So because the misconception with high cuisine is that when you first go to high cuisine, okay, name one cooking wine that you know on top of your head.
No.
Red wine.
Cognac, maybe? I don't
Sherry.
know.
Sherry's the most common wine that everyone knows that uses for cooking, right?
No. I told you I microwave. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm poor. I work for the military.
You know
Oh.
what? Scratch, if we meet in real life, I will cook you some high quality food, okay?
I live off of a government paycheck. What do you want me to pay you with?
I'll cook you something for $20, okay? I'll make you my French onion soup. You have a whole enough French onion soup to kill someone with.
How about good berries?
The
That's
guy's
good
already,
enough.
The guy's kind of already like getting drunk though, chef, and he's like, yeah, okay. And you see his saber. He's got his hand on the saber as he walks into the white part, and he just sits down. He's having a chum with the sailors. They're all kind of like just gambling, playing cards, throwing some dice around, just having a fucking good old time, you know, and just spreading the wealth. They must be getting really wealthy guys from raiding all these ships out here. What do you guys think?
Wait a second.
After I finish my music for the night, I'm actually gonna walk up to what's his name? Captain Zarum.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to well, we already told him what our jobs are, and I'm just gonna try to actually, he's been around a lot. I have a personal question for my character that I want to ask him. Maybe he has some information. Gonna walk up to him.
Hey, Captain!
He's like, I'm about my last ale here.
I hate to interrupt you, sir, but would you mind answering a question for me? I'll get you a drink if you will.
Yeah, I can get one more.
Okay. Barkeep, one drink, please.
Brings out a nail for you guys.
Right.
Yeah, there
I'll
it is.
slide
It's got some
slide it over to him.
nice foam. Zen, what does a good German ale out there look like? Do you go drink it all? Are you even legal out there? Or how does that work?
I am legal, but I actually do not drink.
I thought the
but-
Germans, they were like have these huge things called steins, right? And they have like
Yeah, they do.
bones and stuff like that.
Oh,
I know rum that I don't know. Captain Morgan is just kind of classic here.
Cool.
Jack Daniel, like
The
that.
whiskey.
Whiskey, yes.
Yeah, and they mix maybe some rum with the whiskey or something like that. It's kind of like the old school Jack and Coke. He starts just drinking it down. He gets it on his beard a little bit, spills some onto his captain's jacket. He's got like gold rings, gold jewelry, and a very valuable saber. He's like,
So-
what's your question there, little fella?
A scaber.
You've been around a lot, I reckon, seeing as you're a pirate and all.
Yeah.
You've seen people. You've seen a lot of people. So I'm hoping that maybe you found someone in particular.
Who
Have
knows?
you ever encountered a tall, skinny, very dapper bard, elf bard, in your travels?
Elf Bard. Oh, where would he be at? I mean, there's a lot of elves around sometimes. This
Right.
fucking death curses
that-
called in everybody from north, south, east, and west all over this hellhole.
The thing is, he's not ever in one place for more than like a day. But the last place I saw him was just outside Port Nanzaro, and I haven't been able to find him.
How'd you lose him?
He left. He is the one who introduced me to music. But the next day, whenever I go out to find him where I last saw him, he was gone. Nobody knows where he went. He just disappeared.
Hey, little fella, I don't want to bring a bear of bad news, but a lot of people go missing in the jungle.
Okay.
Not really safe around these parts. Everybody's kind of out for themselves.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, it's fine.
Did you try
Thank you.
some of that chef cooking out there? He might have a bowl or two left for you. It's
I might.
fucking delicious. God damn. Never had grits like that before in my life.
Yep, so good.
He doesn't know that Chef Spore and Scratch are not talking at the moment.
Anyways, I'm looking forward to meeting you tomorrow so we can get started on the job. Cause I'm excited. I have been a boat before, but not legally.
No, wait, you want to be a pirate now?
Well, I mean, I can help. We could be like deckhands. I already told you everybody else's capabilities, so we could be helpful.
What about you, partner? He looks over at Zen.
I told you, if it's shady business, I'm down. If it's you can know people, that's where that's where I come in.
What about you? Looks over at Odo.
I'm in.
He's like, So that fella out there, that fucking cook he's a part of your crew?
Yep.
Oh, wow. He takes a dagger out from his belt. He like slams it on the table. He's like, let's fucking do this, fellas. He pulls the dagger. He like wiggles the dagger out and he like hands it over to Zen. He's like, do the blood oath right now then.
The blood oath, yeah. Sure. Anyone else want to start before I do that?
I just snatch it.
Alright. I'm sorry, how do I do this?
Oh, you gotta swear that you're now mine. Tell your death do your part. Once you're part of the crew, you know you never get out.
Okay.
Oh boy.
My name is Scratch. That was given to me by a trusted friend. I hereby swear to be a very useful and productive member of the crew. That job title is not yet. Whatever.
And just cut my finger.
He takes his like thing. He's like, "No, you fucking pussy." He's like, "Cut your hand a little more."
What? Oh, you mean like this?
And just completely slit open my hand.
He takes his hand. He just like presses the blade up against it, just to like cut it a little bit. He like tries to take your hand and like clasp it together, right, to do like kind of a shake together where your blood kind of commingles. He's like, "You're my crewmate now, partner."
Okay. I don't know what I just did, but it seems fun.
He says,
I'm open to new things.
he looks over at Zen. Your turn.
So, as I'm assuming there's a lot of blood that was dripping from Scratch's hand.
There's just a single solitary tear running down my face right now.
So what Zen does is he just pretends to cut himself and then kind of already has chef's blood smeared on his hand. And yeah.
Like you're trying to do some like pig's blood thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Like a sleight of hand roll versus perception.
All right. Sleight of hand. Whew. Let's see.
Have you been drinking it all tonight here at the bar?
No, I haven't.
He has, so he rolls with disadvantage.
Okay.
He rolled a natural 1 on the first go, and you like totally convince him. He like smashes his hand. He's like, "You're my crewmate for life."
Sure am, Captain.
You ever kill anybody?
On the streets, you know, that's kind of what you do if you have to survive.
Hell yeah.
I've killed dinosaurs.
Oh yeah? Oh shit.
Yeah.
What kind?
Big, such a thing. Allosaurus! I fought 2 of them at once!
That's a big fucking word to me. Go get your friend out there. We'll swear him in too. He looks over at Odo. Your turn, partner.
Oh boy.
I just go out there and grab Chef.
What do you do, Odo?
I guess I gotta do it.
You gonna do it? Does this
Yep.
like violate your paladin oath at all, though?
That's what I'm wondering.
What do you
I
think?
mean, there's nothing that says you can't swear multiple oaths. And besides, this is more of a oath.
More of a bond, like kind of pact.
I mean, you're an Oath of Vengeance paladin, right?
Yeah.
You're an oath.
Oath
Yeah,
of
that.
Vengeance. Yeah.
You're literally by any means necessary. So I mean,
Okay.
this is kind of necessary.
Is this like the rationalization? Like this is like this is like how lawyers think, Odo. Come on, man.
So,
Believe it or not, I have a master's degree in law.
How
so
about
Yep,
Odo?
I do it.
How about Odo makes a deception roll versus his perception?
how about?
See if you can see if you're kind of fudging it.
That's a pretty high deception modifier for a paladin.
He kind of notices something. He's like, "Wait a goddamn minute! You gonna cut your arm or no?" Looks like Odo. Are you gonna cut it for real?
Yeah, I'll cut it for real.
Okay, so how I do it with paladins is, he kind of makes Scratch makes a good point.
Mhm.
We'll say this is a charisma check of some kind or a religion check. But are you proficient in religion, Odo?
I am not.
Okay. Odo, every time a paladin's oath is questioned or challenged, or they do something against their oath, they can lose their power or lose powers related to that until they right that wrong. Right, Odo? You know about this. You still want to continue?
Worst case scenario, you become an Oathbreaker paladin, and those are fucking badass.
But I mean, for now it's just temporary, right? It would just be temporary until we we do actually leave the crew.
Up to the DM's
Right,
discretion, what he has to right this wrong. Odo is trying to justify, the Oath of Vengeance guys are like, they're no nonsense motherfuckers. They usually are just like, they kill people and ask questions later. Odo is trying to do some stealth op and he's like swearing an oath to a guy. I beat him in the deception roll. So this is where Odo has to make a check. So basically he doesn't believe Odo's making the oath. He doesn't believe Odo. Even though he's pissed drunk, I rolled it with disadvantage. He doesn't believe Odo. Because Odo's not very good at deceiving people. So Odo can make a religion roll. The DC is 5. So I'm going to make it really low for you, Odo. But if you don't pass it, you lose your divinity, your channel divinity power until you right the wrong.
Rolled a 1.
Natural.
Oh,
Your channel divinity
Don't-
power is lost
don't
until...
do this to him.
Oh, yes, it's lost.
Oh,
I already declared it. He made the roll himself.
yeah.
And then he rolled a potato.
Damn it! I did everything to help him keep his powers, and they still fucked up. I'm so sorry.
The dice.
Oh, that means I'm next, right?
So, Odo, what it means is you kind of justify it mentally, but like you feel like in your heart sinks a little bit. You're like, you think to yourself, the only way to right this wrong now is I have to kill this asshole. Right?
Oh, that's easy enough.
Yeah.
Right? Or you have to like, because this guy's like,
I thought it was going to be something tough.
well, he's like an evil pirate, or you're going to have to like get the pirate ships back or something, right?
Yeah.
Like you're going to
Kill him and take his ship.
You're going to have to like, stop these evil pirates from taking everybody's money, right? You look around the bar, they've made everybody else wealthy, but on like what cost? Like this is a lot of blood money here, Odo. You have to do something that the gods see fit to restore your power from the planes beyond. Chef walks in. Well, there it is in the man of the fucking hour. You got any leftovers, partner?
I am making some dessert right now. I'm making lava cakes. They're sort of cool. They're a little bit extra because, chocolate's not the cheapest ingredient to get in the world.
You got some.
Little bit extra? Why would you charge our new boss?
He ain't my boss. I'm a freelance chef.
Well, I thought you said you wanted to join the crew.
Yeah, you want to join the crew, remember? Are you drunk or something?
Are you having a seizure? Well, I have to ask you a question. Have you enslaved mannequins ever? You know, the mushroom people, the big mushroom people who like rise people with like their mushroom spores. Have you ever enslaved them before?
I haven't enslaved them, but I've killed a few.
No offense, but I cannot join someone who has killed probably someone who is very close to me. I'm very loyal to the mushroom people. They taught me my magic. No offense, but you need to respect nature.
I am completely and utterly slamming my head against the table repeatedly right now.
Well, it makes sense for Chef to say no because he's
Chef says no. He takes a drink and he's like, ugh. You know what they say, you gotta party hard, but luckily I got you dopes to handle the ship and the crew now. I'll see you down by the docks. Except for you. He looks over at Chef. He's like, see you soon, crewmates. He gets up and leaves.
See you tomorrow. Goddamn.
He like
as
kind
he
of
walks
stumbles.
out.
He kind of stumbles his way out a little bit. He's like, his first mate is kind of nearby and just kind of making sure he's doing okay. He's also been drinking too a little bit though, and a couple other like of his pirate buddies kind of leave too with him, right? And they all kind of leave. What do you want to do, Zen?
I go up to Chef and tell him, we'll get you on the boat. Don't worry about that.
I'm sorry, but I cannot respect someone who kills people who taught me magic. I'm sorry. That's where I draw my line.
We're not killing anybody. We're not killing anybody.
I know, but he killed people who taught me magic, so that's why I was like, no.
Might kill him. So
It could have been in self-defense.
Exactly.
True. But if he does kill one of them in front of me, just to tell you guys, I am going to fight him.
And die?
I'm not gonna hurt you guys, but let's say the pirate guy goes and kills one of the mushroom people that I am very
Stop
loyal
making
to.
hypotheticals.
Let's just say there's still a lot of room to play. I actually haven't really shown an allegiance to him as I kind of wipe out blood from the hand.
Are you kidding me? I nearly bled to death, and you just wiped my blood on your hand?
Chef Spore will cast Cure Wounds onto Scratch because he's nice. He's like,
see, I give tough love.
And then he gives Zen a fist pump. Like,
yeah, that's
Tough love? Are you
Yes,
kidding
tough
me?
love. Again, I told you, I care about everyone, but a chef cannot show their emotions. A chef is a well-trained machine of just food and cooking. We don't know how to do emotions.
Spar. You just described a sociopath!
Chefs are sociopaths. Now give me your hand so I can cure it.
I mean, I didn't actually take any damage. Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah.
oh, he didn't take any damage, so never mind. You know what? I tried to be nice. Chef's just trying to show you some kindness. Let him be a softie for once of his life.
Softy, huh?
Hey, that's what most of my chef instructors were. They were assholes until literally the end of the class, where they're like, they become like soft little flowers, and they're like, oh, okay, this is just a chef thing.
You guys go to bed, or you guys want to do anything else as the evening is getting late? Probably around 11 p.m. at night.
Oh, did my chocolate cake sale or no?
That was kind of what the extra roll was for. As people were
Okay.
spending out and kind of getting some of your chocolate cakes and stuff like that. You made a huge haul though.
I'm just gonna help the barkeep clean up, since I was the main cause of most of the mess, most likely.
You kind of stay like an extra hour or two.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
I could probably help Scratch out a little bit. Could I use Gus to like help the barkeep like blow dust into like one area, like sort of like speaking about using Gus as a spell to like help the barkeep like put it into one little area, like when you have a broom, you just use Gus to put it into a nice little pile so Scratch has an easier time cleaning.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
for
just
sure.
prestidigitating.
Scratch goes around and cleans up some of the spills. Zen goes to the streets and like crashes out. Unless you guys want to do anything specific before the night is over. We were traveling all day. We got here around noon, and it's been about a good 12 hours here at the fort.
Before I
Oh,
go to bed,
I'm definitely looking for a way to get to what's her name? Gerda.
You want to go sneak into the palace?
Yeah, just to say hi.
Want to sneak in a little bit? How do you want to sneak in?
So basically, since I don't know which room she is in,
You
I just
don't.
kind of um disguise myself as one of the guards there, and
You
then
use a
check out.
disguise kit or magic?
With the disguise kit.
Okay, you're gonna try to disguise yourself as a guard?
Exactly.
I don't really have the guard or the stuff, like you can change your face using non-magical means. You might have like an extra change of clothes. The DC is gonna be high.
I'll try anyway.
I'm trying to think how it's rolled. It's like a deception roll. How I actually do these rolls usually is I roll it with advantage. Are you proficient in the disguise kit?
I am.
Okay. I have look here. You are not proficient in deception though, correct?
I am proficient in deception as well.
You are proficient?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a +4 mod?
I have a +5 mod.
+5 mod? Okay. Okay, so I've rolled a deception roll with advantage in secret from your character sheet in my thing over here. And now how it works is it just goes against the guard's deception as you kind of approach them. You put together
Right.
like a pretty good appearance, so you grab some stuff. I'm gonna say you steal, like you go by like one of the blacksmith area, or you're able to steal some stuff if you want. Make your disguise a little bit more convincing.
Just trying to look for like stuff that's been left behind or something, and then pick it up. Or if there's a guard that's kind of passed out during his shift or something, and just kind of take his helmet and stuff.
For sure, for sure. I'm gonna go before we kind of go into maybe a long interlude with Zen as he goes off for the night. Scratch, what do you do? You've cleaned up the inn. The inn is kind of cleaned up. It's getting to be late though. You know, it's about around 11 o'clock to midnight.
Right. Is Zen like telling anyone about this?
Oh no, I'm just out in the streets. No one knows.
Okay.
Decided that on the whim.
What can I do? Are there any like shops around here? I doubt they'd be open, but it'd be nice to know if there are any useful items. Like
I'm saying, there is a blacksmith shop here. It's across the way, and they have the adventuring gear stuff there. Scratch, you also hear rumors about they've had problems with ghouls. And anyone who's able to bring back a ghoul head is paid 50 gold.
Ooh.
For a single ghoul?
For a single ghoul head.
Okay.
It sounds like fun.
It's like way too late in the day to do that. It's basically morning at this point, so Scratch will make a note to wake up early, so he'll go out and do that. Maybe. Who knows? Just depends on whether or not the captain's leaving, since he's kind of part of the crew now.
Scratch kind of is passing out. He's going.
I did just before I drift off into consciousness, I just grab the medallion. I say, "Good night, Varn."
Awesome. Odo, what are you doing, bud? You feel like a deep sinking in your heart that you've created a wrong that needs to be righted. And, you know, this captain, pirate captain, which you've sworn an oath to, this guy is a fucking bastard, really. And this guy is a cutthroat, he's a thief, and he just kills other people for money. He kills fucking mushrooms, man. Mushrooms.
Hey, Chef Spore will help you kill him because, again,
Right.
What are you thinking, Odo? Are you going to bed? Or I mean, what are you thinking as you pass
Well,
out?
I'm probably not sleeping. I'm like stewing over this.
The natural one strikes again.
Yeah. Damn dice.
So I psychically connect the D&D Beyond to fuck up your rolls.
Right.
I mean, hey, you just gave me all the more reason for my actual plan to get put into motion. So I thank you.
Incredible. Odo, you pass out for the night, or you try to. You're restlessly sleeping. You feel Tyr's judgment. His eyes are upon you. Is any oath of vengeance, paladin. Let's just as a nice little refresher. Let's read those oaths off one more time from the oath of vengeance, just because they're so awesome.
Fucking murder everything that disagrees with you.
Right.
So every paladin has these thing called tenets of their oath. Fight the greater evil is one of them. No mercy for the wicked is the other one. By any means necessary is the other one. And
There we go.
I guessed on that too. I just I knew it was either oath of vengeance or oath of conquest. That was by any means necessary.
Hey,
I was
quiz me
right.
on Oath of Redemption. I know it like the back of my hand. Quiz me on Oath of Redemption. Give it to me.
Later.
I know it like the back of my hand.
Chef, what are you doing before we go back to Zen, who's sneaking into this place?
I most likely am going to lock up my room, lock up the windows, and pretty much go to bed. Pretty much thinking like the monster that I just met, because again, for me, Chef's Score, it's more like a moral tug because I went against the party, but for him, he could not go against the people who taught him magic. So for him, he's having that moral quarrel of like, he helps Scratch clean up to show Scratch like he's still with the party, but for him, it's just like, it's a hard like back and forth of like, people who taught him magic and him trying to show like the party that he's still respectable.
Of course, but you have a king's ransom on the back of your back, with the staff.
Mm-hmm. And he knows if someone steals it, he could probably die. So he's just a little bit more extra cautionary.
Sure. It's a key that opens up a door somewhere. Many avenues and adventure paths can be had in the world of Zen. You feel your heart beat faster. Have you ever known any goblins that have been touched by the darkness? Because
no.
all the orcs and goblins of the world have been known at one time to serve the darkness, right? Or have a close connection to the darkness. Chef didn't really grow up around other goblins or anything like that?
His group of goblins were just merchants who just sold their goods and made sure people were wanting to commerce with them. So that's why he's a chef. That's why he's a fisher. That's what he did, was to make sure humans would not attack the village, which sadly someone broke that peace treaty with the goblins, and pretty much that whole goblin tribe fell down except him, and he's only still a survivor.
How does the darkness touch these creatures beneath the earth and give them the mark of evil?
It's normally the god. I forget the god, but it's normally a god who gives them the darkness.
Well, it's unknown, really. You don't know because you've never been around one. Yeah. Are you sleeping in your bed at night? Just kind of relaxing now? Yeah. And your heart beats faster, right? Your heart is feeling this calling. The binding of the darkness weakens every day. Make a perception roll.
Perception, yeah.
Just him, right?
Yep, just good old Chef. 20.
20.
You feel something disturbing in the wind, calling from beyond somewhere far away. All the creatures beneath the earth. It's like a giant silence, in a way, the calling before the great storm brews. Let's go to Zen now. Zen, you're sneaking up. Where are we going? I got the model and the map out. How are we sneaking this place? There's still guards at night posted. The
Alright.
guards are out. You look like a guard. Every guard you pass by, you got to make a roll again. They make a perception roll versus your deception.
Right. Well, first things first. I'm gonna try to get to the top.
Okay, you want to climb up. Let's find your model first of all, Kiz. Okay, I got your.
I'm center.
Okay, there you go, bud. So where do you want to start? How do you want to climb up? Are you just trying to like Assassin's Creed this type thing, or you gonna use ropes and grappling hooks and things like that?
I'm glad I wasn't the only one who thought about Assassin's Creed like that.
No, I
Because
was,
it's kind of that Arabic look to it too, right?
definitely
Mhm.
thinking about that. Just going, climbing from window to window in any way I can.
Just raw climbing, like raw
Just
climbing.
free climbing, jumping from platform to platform,
For sure.
kind of.
Let's find where your model is and how you're approaching this. You move your model and tell me what you want to do.
So,
There's sentry guards posted and things like that, but the model is what it is.
well, yeah, no, first things first. I'm gonna try to go, just up here.
And
And
there's
I
a couple
guess-
guards posted there, and they see you. I'll make perception rolls with them.
Mine was deception, right?
Yes, I already rolled your deception roll in secret.
Oh, okay. That's cool then.
There
yeah.
is torchlight around, like there's braziers, and for brevity's sake, I'm not going to give them disadvantage on the roll, even though it's night. Like we're not in a place of complete darkness, right? You see the braziers around and things like that, right?
Yeah. So what I'll be doing first is like kind of climb up here and then climb up here.
Sure. You see, there's
and-
like there appears to be like a noble of some kind on the second floor, pacing around. You look into the room over here of this balcony area, and this is a pretty. If I use my M key, this is a pretty big drop. Pretty big jump here. It's a 12-foot just raw jump. This requires athletics or strength to jump this, right?
Yeah, I will definitely use an acrobatics if that works.
Let me take a look at the sheet again. So I actually kind of keep this information. Yes, I do. You can make a running long jump at 13 feet without any check. It's a 10-foot minimum. So you can actually make this jump using your ability, your strength right now, which is a +1 mod. So you have to make a running long jump like this, like you run across and jump, and you make your way like onto the balcony here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And you said
there's a guard up top though that I have up here. You can make your first stealth roll versus their perception. See if they spot you, is maybe you didn't notice it. They're patrolling and pathing around though. I roll an 8, you beat me by, you roll a 16.
Yeah.
You just see that there's guards posted in here. This whole place is like well armed, like I've tried to describe to you. Well armed and well guarded. What else do you want to do, bud?
So yeah, as I kind of made it up here, I'm trying to go in, talk to the guard, ask him if he knows where, kind of saying that I here to patrol around and looking for.
What are you doing here? As you see, you come from the balcony.
Yeah, I'm here on patrol. I'm actually looking for Gruda. I have a crucial message for her.
He looks around, make a deception roll.
Alright.
This is versus his insight.
Oh, it's a 10.
She must be sleeping by now, but it doesn't make any sense. Why didn't you come through the front?
I was patrolling. I don't know if I was walking past you earlier, if you didn't notice.
You're patrolling, but you have an urgent message?
Yes, just came in while I was patrolling.
Ego gets really suspicious. He begins to like follow you. Any deception rolled made it now is at disadvantage.
All right. So, do you know where she might be right now?
She's sleeping.
Where would that be?
Why don't you come back tomorrow? Give me the message. I'll deliver it to her.
Oh, it's crucial that I deliver it to her tonight.
You cannot possibly be simping this hard, bro.
Hand me the message.
I cannot disclose that information.
Make another deception roll with disadvantage.
With disadvantage, all right. Wait.
That's right.
Oh, that's Oh wait, that was a. Did I do a history check? Wait, hold up.
Yes, you did a history check. You have to roll deception.
History. Yes.
Well, you're gonna right click. Yeah, there you go. Or you just right click it and then hit roll with disadvantage.
Oh, it's a 22.
It must be urgent if it's this hour. It's all right. And he says he starts to just take you somewhere.
All right, I just follow him.
Yep. He goes. Let's see if we can find where the stairs are at. So there's like a ladder. It looks like, right? Yeah, over here on the outside of the building. So they kind of come out to here. They start to walk up. And there is still... Let me take a look here. I know there is another room up here. Oh, yes, I know what to do. Come up, so you're following me. You come up to this room here, Zen. You see a bunch of papers. Valuable items, other things, boxes, papers and things strewn about, letters, like a map, you know, with what looks to be a crude map of Chult.
Is there anything that looks like shiny, kind of valuable? Or just like shiny in general, you know, something that could be sold for a high gold.
Yeah, there's something in here for sure. What do you do? He says, "Is this way?"
Is that something that I'm passing by while following him, or?
No, because it's like over in this way, like over in this direction. Like you gotta break away from him somehow and like go over there.
Yeah, no. I'm definitely following him then right now.
Okay. You follow him. Continue following him up the stairs.
Yeah.
It doesn't bug out on me.
Oh, did I just fall down? No.
You just fell down. You broke your leg.
No, the
there
roof
are
just
also other. Trying to see where the other ladders are at. Oh yeah, they're over here. So he walks this way, right? And he walks the door. He takes some keys out, unlocks the door, and he re-keys the key, relocks it with the keys, right?
Yes.
It takes an
finally, guards who know how to actually properly keep their doors locked. Thank you.
And he, but like unlocking the door requires an action, right? So he takes his keys back and he kind of goes up through here. And he says, "Where'd you go?" Oh, you're right next to me. He takes another key, right? And then he says, "Wait here." And he goes in. And he shuts the door. What do you do?
At this point, I'm just gonna wait. I don't want to arouse any more suspicion. I just need to wait here, patiently.
Okay. You hear some talking inside. It sounds like two women talking.
Oh no!
Can I eavesdrop on that?
What?
Can I like eavesdrop on that? Hear what they're
make
saying?
a perception roll.
All right.
I'm so sorry.
Perception. There we go.
She's gay?
Please no. That'd be
Epic fail.
so devastating for Zen. You know, he was originally gonna learn from Rune how to do that, but now he's kind of on his own.
Yeah, I just read that my alcohol is 21%.
Give me a second. I got to put a few more models into place here.
Oh, I'll look away then.
That's fine. I'm trying to find where I put her at. We're still just kind of in theater of the mind, I guess. But what'd you make her for perception 19? It's like, why is a god trying to warn me? This must be urgent at this hour. It sounds like a woman, a woman that you don't recognize. She's kind of angry, and he's like, "Well, let him in then, and let's hear his message." And he opens the door. He says, "Come in."
All right.
And you come in, and the two women are getting up. They're kind of getting their nightgowns on. You recognize one. You recognize one of them as Gruda, and the other one is another woman who's older. She has her hair is parted over a little bit, but red hair streaks across it. She carries like a noble demeanor. She's not wearing her armor right now because she's sleeping, but this is her what she is. Right.
All right.
And she says,
She is
and the one
gay, totally gay.
it appears to be that way, Kizro. And she looks at you, and your disguise kit is sort of like you've changed your face too, right? A little bit with the disguise kit. Put on one of those fake mustaches and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Now they all make perception rolls against you, right? You have to make a deception roll. So this is the first one. This is Lyra, another one that kind of knows you a little bit better. I'll just give her a +2 mod, something like that. What'd you roll for deception?
It's a 19.
19. Let's see what these guys are at. 1 second. I think one of them is a. Let me take a look here. Oh, let's see what I rolled. Rolled pretty well.
Oh.
The disguise seems to hold for now.
All right.
He says, "What is the message?" This man, I found him. I thought that he says he has an urgent message for you, Commander.
Who's that lady? Excuse me. I'm
I'm the commander. Don't you recognize me?
Hey, yo, that is fraternization in the military. That gets you court-martialed.
You're no, of course I recognize you. It's just I was just a bit confused because I've never really seen you without the armor. I have an important message for Gerda, so it's supposed to be for only her ears to hear.
I'm the commander of here. Don't make me take you out and flog you. Speak whatever it is right now.
All right. Apparently the pirates have something planned. You remember the new adventurers that came into town today?
I do not know who you speak of.
That's why it was so urgent to get to Gerda, because she was the one who let them in. I mean,
I had a duel with someone earlier. It was a man. Wait a minute. You make another deception roll. She kind of looks at you.
Bro. You are fucked.
You make
Totally fucked.
You make the deception roll with disadvantage.
I do the deception with disadvantage?
Yeah, at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. So, I just rolled a normal one.
Roll another one.
Yeah.
You did roll kind of low, though.
I mean, I already did roll kind of
Natural
low.
20.
Wow.
But too bad it doesn't count. She says, it was some peasant or serf. Said that he could best me in a fight, and you let some peasant beat you in a duel. But who are these ruffians you speak about? Is this who you're talking about? Spit it out. What is the urgent message? Who is it from? Is it from the Count?
It's from an unknown source, but apparently they are plotting something with the pirates that have arrived today. They have been seen forming pacts.
Being forming pacts? What do I care about with a bunch of peasants? God, take this man out and flog him for disturbing us with his terrible rumors. And I should have you flogged as well. He grabs you by the hands. By the hand, he's like, come with me.
All right.
This is what you get for acting like a simp instead of a pimp.
God damn it,
He's like,
guys!
the guard,
gone
he, he shuts the door, and he says to you, he's like, am I going to do this the easy way or the hard way?
It was you who brought me here.
Yeah, and I don't want to get fucking flogged.
So then let's do it the easy way, and you know, you just pretend that I got flogged. I never existed in the first place. Let's just, you know, kind of got rid of the body and stuff.
This is some bullshit. He tries to grapple you. Do you resist?
As he does that, I face step away, actually.
Okay. How do you face step? So how it is we roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Okay, so it's like this.
Why?
It's a 27.
I'm gonna say you beat him, and then you face step away. Where do you? But do you go invisible too? Is that the ability, right?
No, it's not. It's just a teleport, basically.
Okay, so you're still visible.
Yeah, I'm still visible, but I can teleport anywhere within 30 feet.
Move your character 30 feet, wherever you're teleporting to. That you can see.
Yeah, in an unoccupied space that I can see. Just checking how much 30 feet is actually from where I'm standing. Yeah, probably go up.
I still got the
down
fucking
there.
bar music on, guys. What are you guys doing here? You guys got to correct me on this.
I move the character now. Oh, wait. That.
Kind of stepped outside, so now it sounds like a little bit like this.
You have died from the fall damage.
Where are you at, kids? Let me help you out.
to-
Let's move back. Where are you
Yep.
trying to move to? You shift click wherever you want him to move. You don't try to drag and drop. You want to move there?
Yeah.
He pulls out his whistle as his turn comes up, or because Rose, you see him pull out his whistle as you begin to shape shift away, or you shift into the air into silvery mist.
Dude, you need to run.
Kisro, what are you doing?
I say run away.
That's so what I'm doing. From what height do I take fall damage?
Any
10,
height,
10 feet.
You drop?
Any? What? No, I didn't mean to drop that way.
Well,
I don't know why.
let's move back then. The dude. Just release.
Like that.
Yep. So here's a trick, right? You can just shift click around. You gotta just shift click.
Oh, okay.
Shift left.
how do you know-
left click? Yep.
Distance. I need to know.
Yeah, you measure it out first, and then you
Alright.
can shift left click to a spot, right? Yeah. What are you trying to drop to? You see the guards are posted, like they're kind of everywhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to drop it onto these bars here, like these wooden thingies.
Yeah.
That'd be 2d6 falling damage.
Yeah. I mean, so you want to try to move. So you face step. That's your action, right? To do that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna move you over 10 feet so you get above it. Whoops. I should be
Yeah, I'm
shift clicking
trying.
myself.
I'm trying to drop like from bar to bar if that's possible.
I mean, you're still nimble. Yeah, you want to try to drop from here to here, right? Which is 20 feet.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty.
Yeah,
It's pretty tricky. What would you say the DC is? Scratch. Try to jump and grab that ledge.
What's your dex modifier?
it's +5.
I'd say probably a 14 or 15 then.
15. Are we gonna be nice? He's dropping 2 stories onto a ledge and trying to grab it.
Right.
I'd say it's probably 20. Make it acrobatics.
Hey, yo!
Yeah.
Don't make it impossible.
It's acrobatics, just for the first one.
All right. That's a 13.
You fail, so you miss it and you fall.
Oh,
say you
no.
fall the whole distance as you jump off the cliff, and that's sort of the end of your turn. Because then you fall prone.
Yeah, no, definitely.
We'll measure the damage.
Fall prone, he falls dead.
So that's what you fall. Well, he doesn't fall dead.
Fall dead.
He doesn't fall dead. He drops 50 feet. Right? So even at a 15, like you said, he rolled a natural 5 scratch, so he still would have failed the roll. So you just take 5 d6 damage, but you fall right next to a guard who's on post. And I'll put you in the knockdown position, and I'll add this guard to the initiative count. And I'll add more guards as shit happens.
You have royally fucked up.
As I thought this would work, okay? I thought this would really work.
You take 20 bludgeoning damage as you fall and crack your feet.
20 bludgeoning damage. I have 17 right now. Wait, we never healed, did we?
Because you didn't take a long rest.
I was meditating in the room, but
That's a short rest, so you can use your hit dice. Did you use any of your hit dice?
Oh, okay, wait. Then let me actually heal myself by 1 real quick, so that I can go to my old. But since I was kind of but I was interrupted, I guess. So that, yeah.
Yeah, because Scratch came in and kind of interrupted you, but you've been still having time, so you can still use hit dice. That'll be nice. So how many hit dice do you want to use before the fight begins? This way you have to kind of know your sheet before the shit falls down, because like stuff happens, right?
I'm gonna use my 1 fighter die that I have and 1 of the rogue dies.
Okay, cool.
Oh, this is painful.
4, so this counts against the 17 damage you've taken, right?
Yes. So I'd have 1 HP actually left. Wait, but that was only the rogue die. The fighter die actually gave me 8 more.
Okay.
So I have like 9 HP left.
Okay, you have 9 HP. The guards are still up. You're prone. The guard says, "Intruder! Intruder!" He starts blowing his whistle off, and he begins running down the stairs. It begins to alert the entire guard tower.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I'm going to go to this next guy, the human guard here. He comes up and attacks you with advantage because you're prone. He, just because you've fallen down, he tries to attack you with the spear. I'm going to put you actually right there. Let me go with the guard here. Where are we at?
Does my turn automatically end if I fall prone?
Well, it's like you use the move, you use the action, and you dropped and you failed a skill check to do it. So yeah, your turn will be over.
Okay.
Because a skill check usually is an action to do something pretty creative like that. I'm trying to pull up the guard. I must have backed out of it. Give me a second to pull him up again. I don't hit you. Kizro's back up. Every round I add more guards.
Oh, jeez.
Standing up requires 15 feet of movement.
Alright, then I do that.
Okay, you provoke an attack of opportunity from the guard. Standing up from prone provokes an attack of opportunity.
Alright.
I don't roll with advantage, though. Your AC is pretty high, right? What is it?
18.
18. He doesn't hit you. He swings out with the spear and he's like, "Die, thief!"
Alright. No, and I swiftly dodge it as he doesn't hit me.
Where do you want to go? As you're on death's door.
I'm gonna probably provoke another attack of opportunity, but I'm gonna use. I just read Pace Step is actually a bonus action, so I'm gonna use my action to dash.
Okay. Where do you want to move? So you want to move the first 30 feet first, right? Where do you want to move?
So the first 30 feet, probably down here.
Okay. So I'm going to move you to here for the first 30, and I'll make my attack of opportunity.
He already used his reaction, didn't he?
Oh, that's right. That's correct. So yes, he does not. Yes, so he does not get an attack of opportunity on you.
Then I would probably go Can I jump outside the city?
I mean, it's on a on a moat essentially, right?
Yeah. So I can
You
kind of
can
go
run over
here, right?
there. Want to
Yeah,
run
no,
over there?
that's what I do. Trying
Run
to
off in
run
the
over
bush.
in the bush, and then as my bonus action, I try to hide in there.
Oh, okay.
With,
Roll a stealth roll as you try to hide behind the bush over here as you jump off.
That's 16.
Not a whole lot of guards over here, but the other guards are alerted.
So that
You got.
look.
Oh,
Yes.
I'll make a perception roll to see if they counter you. He went over that way. They just kind of point to a direction, but you kind of go in an area where it's dark. I'll add 2 more guards over here to the count. The next soldier's up. He loads a crossbow bolt to just try to see you if he can. These other guards too were here. They saw you plummet, so I'm gonna add these guys to the initiative count too. Yeah, that makes sense. And they load their crossbow bolts, but you kind of run off into an area which they don't have a good sight on, right?
Yeah.
The other guard, he is following in your direction, so he dashes after you. But he's kind of like goes to the ledge here to see where you went, and he doesn't spot you. The other guard is over here by the front, and they're just kind of guarding the front of the door. They're like, "What's going on?" And then your turn is back up for now. What do you do?
All right. So I'm going to use another face step. I'm assuming face step is something that they don't. Is that something that does big kind of magical effects?
So you can only use this once per long rest or short rest as an Eladrin.
I can use it 3 times per long rest.
Okay. Yeah, I can allow it if you really want. Are you an Eladrin, right?
Yeah, I'm an
Okay.
Eladrin.
All right. I have to recheck the rule on it. I have it as a short or long rest.
Oh, it's I'm on the D&D
D&D
Beyond right now.
And you got it as a proficiency bonus for long rest. Is that how it works?
It just says I can use it 3 times per long rest. At third level, it gains an additional effect if I want to use that.
Okay, cool. I know there's different types of Eladrin, so it can be kind of complex. I just have a singular Eladrin in there, so it depends on which season you are too. So it kind of can vary on the ability too. Yeah, I'll allow it though. It's fine. It's the same type of idea. Short rest means that you just have to rest to regain it. So theoretically, you gain it more than your proficiency bonus, but that's okay. You face step over there into the light. So any creature nearby would be able to see you.
Yeah.
Okay, move your character. Move your character by shift clicking over there.
Shift left click, right?
Yeah, shift left click. So you're gonna grab him. So you're initially grabbing him like this with a shift click. I hold shift down and then I shift click him over.
Oh, okay, got it.
You can use the Tailspire tutorial to do that. Figure that out.
Yeah, no, I did that.
That's your bonus action.
That's my bonus action, and as an action, I guess I would kind of take off my disguise since no one has recognized me.
Sure, right there. And do you like throw it into the fire though, like here?
Yeah, throw it into the fire over there.
You burn it into the fire. Okay. The rest of the soldiers are up. They don't see you, so.
But I still have my movement, right? I still have my movement.
No, because your action is to move. Use a bonus action, and yes, you do still have movement. Yep.
So then, is that door here open?
Yeah, that could be an object interaction. It's not open, I believe. Let me take a look.
Is that the tavern? Is that the inn?
No.
No, it is not.
Oh, it's not. Okay, I'm not gonna go in there then. I meant to go to the
15 seconds.
Inn. Oh yeah, I'm just.
Fly, you fool!
I'm just gonna. I can't interact with my character right now.
Move. Use your movement. You got like 5 seconds left. He's going to cut your turn off.
I'm trying, but I can't take my character and move him.
You have to hit the M key to break out of the AoE tool that you're using. Be able to touch him.
Oh, I'm not using any move.
I'm gonna go to my turn. You're just kind of taking a while, figuring it out.
I told you.
Right.
I'm gonna go here. This guard doesn't see you. He's got his crossbow loaded. The other guards are like, "He went over this way." This guy says that. As you take a phase step, he sees the fire begin to burn a little bit. He tries to get a good angle on you from here. What happened? He tries to get a good angle on you to shoot at you through this way. I'm going to make a roll with his... he swaps over and makes one attack.
Is he behind any cover?
Yeah, he
Which
gets
guard?
plus 2 to the AC. I have to roll really high.
Which guard is it that's attacking me?
The one that was chasing you?
Oh, okay. Because I don't see him on the map anymore.
He can barely see you, but I mean, you're throwing the stuff into the fire. Yeah, you can do it. I hit you with a 22. So 3 piercing damage. Are you down?
No, I still have 6 hit points left.
Okay, an arrow strikes into you. These other guards are like, he screams out, "I hit him over here!" And they hear the screams of him, and these guards are now kind of coming at that direction. They dash over there.
As he hits me, oh, it was not my turn, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not your turn yet. And I'm going to add more guards to the thing. This one, he moves up to there. This guy is on the guard lookout. He says, "Okay, I'm getting a better vantage point, I guess." He is going to take a couple more turns to get up to the tower up here. But he's not up there yet. He gets up there next turn. The other one is like, "Make sure the commander's okay." His rose up.
Oh, now I can move my character again.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess I'm just...
The arrow strikes into your shoulder. You're hurt a little bit. Because you burn the stuff.
I'm kind of covering up so I don't leave a trail. And kind of go up to here, I guess.
Okay.
To the alley.
Yep. You jump down. Is that what happens?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 10-foot. You jump onto the barrel, though, which is not that big of a deal, and you jump off. Okay.
And I'm assuming this is the inn now that I'm next to?
It is the inn, yes. I have like a little thing here. This is maybe where Chef set up his little thing, you know?
So as a bonus action, I dash.
Okay.
And interact with the door here. I'm assuming that's the entrance to the inn.
Yep.
And I just go in and, you know, greet the owner and...
You're kind of out of breath, though, right? You're like puffing and puffing a little bit. I will do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it as
I was out for a jog.
I will do it as a single skill check as you try to like just slip away into the shadows. We'll make it against all the 5 guards that have been alerted as you try to escape.
I'm just gonna, you know, hide in the crowd. Well, there's not really a crowd, but like, you know.
Well, yeah, just the end. Let's just say, roll a stealth roll. I'm gonna roll. You roll really high, you're able to do it. You're able to get away and slip away. You roll pretty low. And you're wounded. You're trying to cover it up. You still have the crossbow bolt in your thing because you had to make the object interaction with it, right? So you still have the bolt in your hand. Your bolt there. I'm gonna say the guards you like. You're trying to slip away. You're trying to play nonchalant. You kind of like you walk into a place you have a bullet wound in you, so it's kind of hard to do. The guards catch up to you, and I will move the guards in here. Do we want to engage in combat, or do you resist, and are you captured by the guards?
Oh, I would first of all try talking to them because they kind of got the wrong guy.
Okay.
Didn't they?
All right.
I mean, I'm not the one looking for it.
All right.
You are going to die for the stupidest reason.
I'm gonna so this is how it works. I have 5 guards out. We're not really. We've broken initiative though. We're in the inn. Everybody else, like Odo, Chef, Scratch, they're all asleep. And you're there, and the innkeeper is like, he's like, he was a patron earlier tonight, playing it, and then the guards are like, "Be quiet. He has the arrow of one of ours in him." As they kind of come in, you know, they take a couple rounds, I guess, to come in. You probably maybe pull the arrow out, but they see the wound there still. that's kind of where this is where we're beginning this thing. What do you say to them?
You must have hit the wrong guy. A Patreon here. I was just, since I don't need a lot of sleep. I was enjoying the night sky, and when that guy ran past me, and you kind of shot me.
Let me take a look at that wound. One of the guards says.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's where one of the arrows hit me. I don't know if I got caught in the middle of the crossfire or not.
And they start. One other guard. They kind of get around you and surround you a little bit. And one of them.
Yeah, I'm not resisting at all.
You're not resisting. They
super
they put manacles on you.
What's this? What's this misunderstanding? Is that
You're
someone
under
we can?
arrest, rogue.
Why am I under arrest?
For trying to jump off the building, apparently. For trying to evade a whipping.
To jump off the building? What? How? I've been here for like.
Come with us, and they take him away.
God damn it!
So, yeah, Kizro is
And
captured.
all this just because you wanted to lay down with a woman. Oh my god.
Wait, I'm going to go back to the other group real quick. So, Zen is basically thrown in the dungeon. That's kind of where he's at. The rest of the group wakes up in the morning, and Zen is nowhere to be found.
Oh, great.
Oh, no.
What did he do? Okay,
How would we
I
know?
can cook for some information to get Zen. Maybe I could cook some good stuff, and it'll be very nice to me, and I can learn where he is. You feed someone to give you information.
Watching this is giving me an actual headache.
What's the matter, my friend? This is so.
Oh my god, Scratch, you would hate my Wednesday group. My Wednesday group is just pure chaos. I'm you on my Wednesday group where I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
Basically, the barkeep tells you that your friend came in late last night. He got arrested by the guards. He had like an arrow wound or something in him.
Oh boy.
He's dead.
But they don't know
Scratch is
what it
still
was
half
all about.
asleep. Like, Scratch is barely able to keep both of his eyes open right now. He had a lot of excitement last night, and he's still trying to recover. So he probably doesn't even hear half of that.
It is right now. I'm going to say it's 10 a.m. in the morning.
Well, we have some type of information about the pirates. We need to save a friend, Zong.
The pirates leave in 2 hours.
But we need to also get rid of the pirates. So what do you want to do?
I just started walking towards the guard place that we were at the day before. Like, I'm still half asleep. I'm just slogging over there.
Well, you have the charisma. You have a
football
nice
buddy
song, Maybe the gods are gay, and they swing that way.
Odo, what do you want to do?
I think I need to get running.
Gonna take off?
Yeah, for real. I mean, not my character.
You gotta go, buddy?
Yeah.
And we'll pick this up next week then, right? Or a couple weeks from now, right?
Are we next week or are we?
2 weeks from now.
Okay.
We level up.
No!
Yeah.
No!
We haven't leveled up in a hot minute. He has a point.
Let me take a look at the level up chart. I mean, some shit did happen, right? Like, Zen did get captured. It's up to you guys whether we're going to rescue Zen or not, or he becomes his new character as a part of the pirate crew, or wherever you guys want to go with this adventure. Unfortunately, Zen gambled hard and he lost hard. As he dropped 5 fucking stories.
Not only did he lose hard, he found out the worst possible way. She gay, son!
Maybe that's why she wasn't interested to begin with.
This wouldn't have happened if Bruin was here, right?
Right.
This wouldn't have happened if you weren't simping.
Chef Sport was smart. He banged and ran. Okay?
Yeah.
He banged and dang.
Oh my god.
Easy to lay
That
down,
Brad.
though.
the
Nice.
Crash,
That
you
is
have a horny
by
druid and a horny
far-
rogue.
that is by far the my head hurts. I'm sorry. I'm glad that you were doing what your character wanted to do, but that just gave me a migraine. I'm sorry.
Crash, you would go crazy in my Wednesday group. Literally, I'm you with the Wednesday group of what the fuck is this party doing? Stop doing the thing. Oh my god. I'm like, you know what? I'm just here watching the chaos.
You guys
Okay.
are level 5
No,
going
no.
into level 6. Is that what's going on?
Yes.
Yes.
We'll wait till we'll see how this resolves and level up next game. Depending on what
So
you
in
guys
3
do.
weeks?
Yeah, we'll level up in 2 weeks. After
Okay,
that game. But
I
it
do have
depends
a
on what you guys
question.
do. What's up? I think you guys did an awesome job tonight.
For level 6 Spore Druid, do I have
Yeah.
to reflavor how I revive people from the dead so I can have undead companions, or
You
would that be
can do whatever you want.
Okay, cool.
I mean, necromancy still works. You just can't resurrect people.
Isn't necromancy kind of looked upon as a kind of criminal act, and then
See,
No.
that's the problem with Spore Druid. It's just like it's in that weird niche because 6th level I can actually rise the dead with mushrooms, right? You've played Last of Us, right?
No, you legit resurrect. You legit raise dead. Like that. There's no niche to it.
Yeah, you legitimately raise the dead, and that's why I'm asking Oz because he said that we can't raise the dead. If I can't raise the dead, I have to multi-class because the level 6. After level 6, you get more features and more.